Hi, beautiful people. It is 11:30. I wanted to do a check-in with you guys and kind of just hang out with you guys for a little bit. And I will be doing these kind of random check-in lives, pop-up lives until I get my channel back in good standing. And we're getting there. We're getting there. Happy to say that I won another appeal on my, I told you guys I had a couple strikes and stuff, but I've been winning them. I don't want to share it because I don't want people to strike me for the same things. But just give me a few days, you guys, and we'll get back to the commentary. We'll get back to the things that we normally talk about. And I appreciate you guys for bearing with me, rocking with me. And for those of you that still support me, thank you. Let me get things back on track. And I promise you, we'll get there. But we got to be in good standing with YouTube. And, it's all a learning process. It's all a learning process. There's been a lot of things that's going on. There's been a lot of things going on today. And I kind of just wanted to come and chill with you guys, hang out with you guys before I go to bed. I have my sweet tea right here, which I don't need, but I don't know. It's been a lot. Yeah, it's an open panel. Let me you can ask me a question, Zero. I'm gonna do these kind of random live streams until I get back on track with YouTube. But we're getting there. We're getting there. I'm waiting for a response on. I'm waiting to see. I kind of been treading lightly on my commentary with Donald Trump. But I think these are gonna be okay. I think things are gonna be good. Daniel, what's good? Happy Tuesday. Did you guys see my community post? I posted I posted happy Friday. That's how drained I was mentally. I have been really going through it today. And happy Wednesday, some of you. The Uncle Claude say alopecia princess to Catherine. That's what's being said. I didn't hear it. I was still on Lemon's panel. I didn't hear it. I need collagen water, Claude. I need collagen water. I didn't hear it, Zero. So I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I don't know. I don't know. When it came to, hey, Mr. Center of the World. So for those of you that don't know, that's kind of confused about my commentary right now, I'm just doing very light streams until we are back on track, and I hope that's okay with you guys. I hope that you guys still support me and understand that I'm doing what I got to do for my channel. Strix. Clark can speak for himself. I don't know. It's totally fine. All right. So, no, I'm not going back into mess or anything like that, but I still want to go live on YouTube and kind of show them like, hey, you know what? My commentary is for everybody. And once these appeals go through, because I feel like when you're in an appeal process, this is for like YouTube content creators, I feel like they watch your channel harder, with the algorithm and the words that comes through the channel. I until these appeals are completely done, I have to keep it really light. Because there's other things that I want to talk to you guys about. Like, you see what's happening in Shreveport with that father that unalived those 8 kids. Just craziness. You got Tyler Robinson. And all those things. So once I know that my channel is still good, we'll be back on track rocking. Because those are the things I like to talk about. Hey, Johnny. Thank you. Too sad this world. As a mom, as somebody that have kids, that story for me is just really heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. And the Tyler Robinson trial is heartbreaking. You see what's happening with that rapper, Dave. I don't listen to rap music, y'all. I'm not going to hold you. David, that unalived that 15-year-old girl, allegedly. This world is just crazy. This world is crazy. So did Claude answer your question? Hang on, you guys. I'm listening to a live. Listening to something that's going on right now. Johnny, how are you? I don't know if he answered your question or not. That's up to your mom. He didn't answer your question. I know about that story because my sister said, which story you know about Johnny? You're good? Good. That is always what I think. These poor children of mine are stuck with this. Yeah. Yep. I think about my kids, especially at this age that they're in, and how tough things must be for them. That's what I think about. The guy with the kids. Oh no, you live next door to them? That story was so sad. Does anybody know why he took those kids' life? How do you take 8 kids' life? I'm glad we didn't waste our tax dollars with the trial for him. He got what he deserved. And my God, imagine those moms knowing that all those kids are gone. That's just really sad. No excuses. No excuses.
Good morning. How are you?
How are you?
Hanging in there. Hanging in there. Oh, by the way, I did answer it, and yes, I did say alopecia princess. I digress.
Look at Eric with the membership. We don't even get along like that. Broken forever. Yeah, Zero. Broken forever now. Broken.
Yeah, those 8. Yeah, that was tragic. That was very tragic.
How are you?
Exhausted, but
hey, damage. Damage. So I don't know. Oh, I'm so sorry, Claude. I asked you a
oh,
question
no.
and I don't know if I mentioned it, but my channel, I don't know if you guys missed. I mean, I know I mentioned it. If you missed the first part of what I said during my live stream, I won another appeal. I'm still waiting on another one. So until I get all of those things taken care of, which I'm winning them all. But I feel like when you're in an appeal process, that YouTube is looking at your channel even harder. And I'm almost back in good standing. So that's why I've been kind of doing these light live streams to try to get things back on track. I feel that when you're doing this kind of commentary, conservative news, then I see a lot of channels going through what mine's went through because they don't like what you're saying and it's not as popular. But I have been winning all of the appeals from these strikes and from people kind of flagging my channel. But it's just been lengthy. So that's why I've been doing these light live streams where I'm kind of just checking in with you guys. Just wanted you guys to know that. So if you're like, oh man, what is she talking about? I'm just kind of, still going live to let YouTube know, like, hey, my commentary is friendly, but that's why it's been so late. So Claude,
yeah.
How long are you gonna be on here today? At least an hour. At least I'm planning on making something called the Chivalry Coalition. We are going to be observing women whenever we know there's ways to make arrangements to make women's lives easier. Mr. Center of the World, that sounds noble. Okay, so I was arguing, you didn't say it. I know all about brokenness. Zero, I know you know about brokenness. I think, so I was listening to the story before I get to Claude, with those 8 kids that lost their life because of this man. These men are flipping out. And my condolences to the family. I was listening to some of the relatives speak about how hard this must be for them. I can only imagine those 2 women that's in the hospital. I'm talking about the guy that did that to those kids in Shreveport, Louisiana. And I just like, man, what was he thinking? I just feel so sorry for the families. That's why I'm reluctant to let people in my life, like my personal life, right? I don't want anybody around my kids, nothing, because you don't know what people are going through. So Claude, what's going on with you?
First off, I have to correct you. You said that man who did that to the 8 people. That's not a man. That's a savage. That's not a man. That's I can't even call that a male. That's a savage. This is why they need to see. This is where the death penalty should come into play. People like that. Now, I'd love. He probably won't do it because he's the president. I'd love to see him pull out an ad on his Truth, whatever the hell he's on. Why don't you say something about that? The same way he did the Central Park Five. The Innocent Five. He should pull out ads for that.
Wait a minute. What did I miss? Whoa.
He does. He deserves the death penalty.
Excuse me. Whoa. Hold on. Let me turn off this. I was trying to see what Doc was sharing out, but yeah, Doc, I kind of leave that stuff up to my mods. Like I don't know what's going on in the chat, but okay.
Yeah, I can't see the chat.
Let me focus on you. So what about the Central Park Five?
No, I'm saying the same way he pulled out the 3-page ad. I know it's a different time, obviously, when they're not going to the newspapers aren't what they used to be, so you're not going to waste time with ads there. But he should pull out ads on cable television about this savage who killed those eight people. That's a disgrace.
You talking about Trump?
Absolutely.
You really gotta get over your feelings about Trump. Number one, the guy that did this to the kids is gone. They took his life.
Good.
They took his life.
No, I said good.
Yeah, they took his life. He's gone.
I didn't know that.
I think that okay, Zero. I think that hey Maverick, I think that when it comes to Donald Trump, you do what a lot of people do, and I really didn't know that you felt this way about him this strongly, and we bump heads a lot because of it. You're unreasonable.
Not true.
You are delusional in your opinions.
Absolutely.
And because you can't get over things from years ago, that doesn't even matter today. As far as, we're progressing and you're stuck in the past like a lot of people. And until you get over it, then you're going to be stuck for a while and you're going to have problems. You're going to have problems. So a lot of people that don't like Donald Trump, and they don't like the things that's happening in the world today, really don't understand the policies and what's happening in the world today. Because this world we're in a better place. We're not stuck in the 1950s and 1940s and 1930s. This is 2026. And somebody has to tell you, Claude, somebody has to tell you. And I'm trying to help you. But until you start looking at today and counting your blessings today and looking at how things are today, then you're gonna stay stuck. Now, we're sitting over here talking about 2026, about these babies being alive, and you're talking about Donald Trump and the Central Park Five. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
That's not a me problem. That's a you problem. I feel like you just have to stay focused.
I am focused first and foremost, number one. Number two, when Trump is right, I'm the first one to say when he's right. When he's wrong, he's wrong.
You just brought him in. Hold on. I didn't interrupt you. Donald Trump is not in.
I did not interrupt you when you were talking, ma'am.
You done lost your mind.
Thank you. You can't tell me to get over something that I went through. You can't tell me to do that. That's first and foremost. Does anybody tell the J people to get over the Holocaust? No, they don't.
How long ago did this happen?
Hold on. Stop. I'm still talking. Stop it. You can't tell a person how to feel. That's first and foremost. You can't do that. You don't do that to anybody. Do you tell people that go through DVs to get over it? Do you tell them that? So let's pump the brakes on that.
You're being unreasonable.
Now that
You're
what you
being
do
unreasonable.
is you
You're
move
doing a
on
lot of
and you do what you have to do, but you don't forget it. You use that as a stepping stone to move on,
I'm not.
and you
Oh,
use it
okay, but what you
to
don't
fuel
do,
whatever.
what
That's
you
what you do. You can't tell a person to get over whatever. That's like telling a battered person to get over that. I mean, really? Seriously?
I had no clue that you felt this way.
That's ridiculous.
When
That's absolutely ridiculous.
I had no clue that you felt this way. When you hopped your happy hours over here, I didn't know, Claude, but I feel that you're being unreasonable. And you can say, oh, I'm being insensitive, but every situation, you want to put Donald Trump there.
That's not true.
When
Not
we're
every
talking, yes, it
situation.
is. When we're talking about, I
It's
just said,
not
you know
every
what, you say
situation.
these lost your life, and you bring it back to the Central Park 5. It doesn't add up.
No, I was talking about he should have. Again, I was bringing up the fact that he should have put, but I didn't know the guy was dead, so I made the mistake there.
Yeah, they took
I
out.
mean, unalive. Excuse me.
They took his life. He's not here.
I had no idea. I had no. So there's no need then.
I want to say that he. I want to say he took his life when he was driving or something like that. You guys, how you doing, friend?
Good.
But look, some people have. Okay, so listen to this, Claude, because you keep going to the Central Park 5, and I really feel like you need to get this out of your system. I'm not saying to not feel what you felt when this was happening, but all I'm saying is here in 2026, I just think that you should be able to look at it now and see what was happening. The media had a lot to do with what happened there. They had a lot to do with it, and you.
Didn't say they didn't.
Very happy right now with all this stuff on YouTube and you spazzing out really has to do with you never got over our conversation about the Central Park 5, and I apparently hurt your feelings. And that's why you went live about it. And that's why today, now we're fighting with Catherine. Now we're fighting with all these people. And really, it's a you problem. You know why? Because that happened a long time ago. It can't, no one can fix it. No one can fix it. I'm sorry that happened. I'm sorry that happened to the Central Park 5, which you were not a part of. You were not a part of it.
I didn't say I was, but I went through what I went through with the NYPD. Okay. When you were a young black kid in New York City, went through a lot in 1989. I'm sorry, that's the truth, okay? And if you have a problem with that, you know what? That's a you problem. You didn't go through this. You have no clue.
He shared a new channel. Oh, get out here. Trump was influenced by the PD and the media. They gassed him. What do you have to say about that? I'm not the only one that feels it. Again, I'm sorry for how you felt during that time.
No one forced the man to pull out a 3-page ad. But you know what? Let's even look past that. Those guys were made. Hold on. Those young men were innocent. And he still hasn't apologized for it.
Because number one, it's not that he's not sorry, Claude. It's not that he's not sorry.
He's never apologized for it. And he's doubled down on it.
But we're fighting a war in Iran. There's nothing you can do about the past but learn from it and move forward. We're fighting a whole war. We got stuff going on in the prison. Huh?
I understand that. That's one of the few things. That's one of the things he's done right, actually. I think that's one of the things that he's done right.
I'll let Claude tell it. Go ahead, Claude.
Fine. Back in 1989, 5 young men, ranging from ages 14 to 16, were indicted. In fact, they were pretty much ridiculous.
I usually cover what's current.
New York and one, it's over. I tell you what, tell them that because they're still traumatized. People kill me with that. It's over.
God, but how?
You understand that it's over, but still, you don't get over.
What do you want to happen now?
It's not a matter of what I want to happen now. I mean, I deal with it anyway. It doesn't matter. I still have to deal with it regardless.
Do you not choose to live there?
I love the city. I'm not leaving New York. Why should I leave? Why should I leave because of a bunch of because of a handful of grown people? Those people are not even there now. They're probably not even on the force now. That was one thing that happened. That doesn't define everything, but at the same token, there's something that stays with you.
How long is it gonna stay with you?
Are you serious? Do you you know what? Now that is insensitive. Do you ask a battered woman how long abuse stays with them? Do you do that? Jeez. That I'm gonna be honest, that's a little ridiculous. That's a little ridiculous to even say that. That's insane.
I apologize for that. I was not trying to hurt your feelings with that.
How long?
But I feel, and you guys, please know, I'm not being insensitive, but the media plays a lot, and some people just go with the media. Donald Trump went what the prosecutors were saying, what the people were saying, and I'm not making excuses, but at the end of the day, he wasn't the prosecutor, he was not the judge, and he was not the juror. He took the information that was given to him, and he ran with it. Is it a nasty part in history? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I find it interesting that when I'm talking about Iran and I'm talking about, even when I'm not talking about Donald Trump and I'm talking about those poor kids in Shreveport, that poor kid, that 15-year-old girl that lost her life, and now you got the trial with that rapper or whatever he is, David. You got people that are losing their life. We got a war here. We got things that's happening in 2026. So I feel I can't do anything about what happened with the Central Park 5. Okay, Claude, I feel like this. If you're that traumatized, I'm gonna say this. Then maybe you should move from New York, because y'all dealing with Mamdani there.
That's a whole different ballgame.
You're dealing with that. You're dealing with things those things are affecting you today, not what happened back then. And here's the problem. You have people thinking I'm insensitive about what I'm saying right now. Was Donald Trump on the juror? Was he a prosecutor? Or was he just a journalist or someone over there doing talk shows and being a part of the media? Yes, he had influence. Absolutely.
He had huge influence. He was a media mogul.
Deal with Mamdani with his socialist ways before you come for Donald
That's
Trump.
apples to oranges.
Deal with him.
Did Mamdani listen, that's a whole nother ball game. You're talking about something totally different.
You sounded like a socialist. Sound like someone that's holding on to the past, and you can't move on. I'm trying to help you. You need some help, come to MU. I'll get you together.
Yeah, sure.
You gotta move on.
How's that sweet tea going?
Everybody thought they were guilty back then, Tiny Tears. Everybody did. And here's the thing. When people talk about Donald Trump and their hatred for Donald Trump,
I don't have a hate.
Can't talk about anything present. They're going to talk about the Central Park 5, like Claude. They're going to talk about what else does Claude bring. I'm not trying to pick on Claude, but he brought it up. He talks about, what's your other point?
You know, January 6th, he can't live that down.
I did not say it.
And you knew I was going to go. Go ahead.
Most people don't really talk about Central Park 5 like that, though. Some do.
I'm not even bringing up the Epstein thing, because the Epstein thing is totally different. I'm not bringing that one up because there's a lot of other people that deal with it
today. What's good now, Voltaire? Despite the progress that he's made today, they still go back to that. They can't say, "Oh wow, he's taking up the border. Oh wow, he's fighting these drug cartels." They can't say that.
I've done that. Don't do that. I've done that. You know, I've done that. I've been fair with that. I've clearly said that he's done more, especially dealing with drugs and cleaning up the border. He's done more dealing with drugs. I've done that. Don't do that. I've been right down the middle with it.
Here's my problem. I know how you feel, Trinidad, but I didn't know that Claude felt that way. I didn't know. Why didn't y'all tell me?
Somebody supposed to tell you?
Huh?
I didn't know somebody was supposed to tell you.
Yes.
You knew.
Absolutely. You came across as a Republican when I met you. Republican-minded.
Really?
Conservative. And then all of a sudden, You shock me with these talking
I'm
points.
conservative. I'm more
And so
conservative.
here we are today, and I feel that number one, you've watched my channel, you knew my talking points, but you kind of hid it, and then you went live, and that's kind of when I was like, "Whoa, Claude feels this strongly." I'm not gonna say Republican. I'm not gonna say that. I know that Claude's not a Republican, but you know how some people say like, "Oh yeah, I'm independent," but really they're very far left leaning.
No,
Well,
I'm not.
I just I don't understand. How can you be in 2026, but part of you is still in the past? And anytime you talk about something, it's like you want to go back. Like these things happen to you personally, and they have not. They have not.
Did you get? You know what? You don't know what I went through with those policemen.
Now
And
we're going
again,
back to the Central Park 5.
that's a whole. The Central
We
Park
keep
5 is a
going
whole
back to
different
the
thing.
Central Park
That's
5.
a
You've got
whole
to move
different thing.
on.
I didn't say I was part of Central Park 5
I said, but you keep going back to it. You just said,
because
I know.
that when here's why.
I don't understand.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because it was around that time when you were as a young kid, we were pretty much targeted at that time. I was 19 years old. All the young black teenage men in New York went through a lot of bull. I don't want to curse, but we went through a lot of bull. We went through a lot of garbage. It was ridiculous. What do you mean? That had nothing. No, that was come on. I was on my way. I was on my way to the train station. That's all. I wasn't doing anything.
Were you
the only thing the only thing that saved me was I had my military ID. Yes, he did.
Is it so? This happened.
And he never did apologize. Yeah. I'm sorry.
I have to be fair in the situation. Not Voltar. He did confess, but it was the way they were questioned. They never should have been convicted. They went through a lot. I don't think they had DNA back in those days.
They didn't.
They didn't have DNA. So yes, thank God for the DNA match. But people make false confessions all the time. Those boys were innocent, but it didn't help. And they were young. So imagine you being tortured and they promise you that if you confess, you can go home. They probably lived with regret over that confession to this day. That's a dark period. I'm not taking that away, but for me, I like to just call things what it is. That was dark. That was hard, but Claude just keeps going back to it. So
I don't always go back to it, but
Claude goes back. You brought it up today. We were not talking about anything Central Park. You didn't hear me say sin. You didn't hear me say park. You didn't hear me say anything. And it brought you right back there, Claude. I'm trying to help you. You've got to move on. I'm going to pray for you.
I'll take prayers. I'll never turn down somebody who actually, prayers are fine.
Now you have a severe case of TDS, and it's clogging your judgment. And I feel
like my judgment, I wouldn't call it down the middle the way I call it.
You failed to let me know that you felt this way, and I think that let's talk about it, right? We do this commentary, and I'm like, yeah, you and I are on the same page, and we're presenting commentary. But then you go live, and you're going off about this dream to the point where people are bringing it back to me. I had no clue that you were that left-leaning. I had no clue that you felt that strongly about the things that you felt about, like Claude. And I think that's a problem. So I could tell you to get over it, but I obviously you're not going to get over it. I try to talk to you about it, but I just kind of think you should have told me in the beginning. Should have told me, hey, MU, your commentary, but hey, MU, Now, let me say this: what I don't mind people having a difference of opinions, but your views are dangerous. Mhm.
That's ridiculous. Explain. I want to hear this one. How are they dangerous? Please explain.
I had to go back and listen to your live stream. Listen, okay, dangerous. They're not dangerous. They're not dangerous. They're not dangerous. They're not dangerous.
You just
Sometimes when you
you listen.
are,
You can't.
I should have
You
played.
can't have it
I
both
can't wait
ways.
till I get back to my regular commentary, you guys. There's
You
videos
can't
that
have
I
it
want
both
to
ways,
share with
ladies
you
and gentlemen.
so
You can't do
bad
it.
about what's happening with the Democratic Party and how they feel about Republicans. And you can ask them.
I'm
You
not
ask
a
them, hey,
Democrat.
what policy don't you like about Donald Trump? They can't give you a policy. A lot of them say they don't even know. They don't know. Should I? Let me see if I call. Go ahead. Speak your mind. Speak your mind.
No, you're the one who said it was dangerous. I'm waiting for you to explain it.
No.
Did you not?
I took back the word. I said, okay, not dangerous, but you do what a lot of people from
Can't
the
have
left
it both
do.
ways.
And I'm not picking on Democrats at all, but a lot of
I'm
times
not
they
a
don't
Democrat.
review policies. They go to name calling, and I'm not going to do that. I'll never do that with you guys.
Getting name call.
They can't argue policies. They can't say why they don't like whatever's happening in the world. And I'm like, you can't even argue points with them because they go back to things that don't matter. And he doesn't have policies, just tax cuts for rich people. That's it. Another false thing. Eric, how you doing, Jameen TV? MU, can you play the piano? Not the subject. I could do it another day. My parents told me to never argue over politics and religion. No, we don't argue over it. I just mostly just present the news, but because my channel is at a standstill right now and in a rocky space, I had to hold off on the news for a couple days. So I hope you guys understand that until I'm through with the appeal process from YouTube. We're almost there. Who knows? Maybe I'll get a response in the next couple days. Name a policy.
Now, the Trump bucks, I think, is a good idea.
You said what?
I said the Trump bucks, I think, is a good idea.
Claude, and here's the thing. I'm not trying to...
When he's right, again, ladies and gentlemen, when he's right, I give credit where it's due. Where he's wrong, I also point it out. I think I do a very good job as far as critiquing the president.
I think that you do. But ever since, what did I say that made you bring up the Central Park 5? Because ever since then,
here's the thing. I was explaining why I didn't like him.
On a rampage. You just been on a rampage. So I'm trying to get you back on track.
Back on track.
Yeah.
I was explaining why I didn't like him. That was the thing.
Why?
Because you had said, just as you said earlier today, well, just about 10 minutes ago, where, well, people don't like Donald Trump just for no reason. I was giving you my reason why I did not like him.
But I was saying it in general, just like I said. I was saying it in general. And then you chose to make this moment, and I was like, whoa, Claude, I didn't know you felt this way. I didn't know you stream I can't yell at chat. We stream about every day.
Pretty much every day.
Almost. I take a day off. Sometimes 2, but I stream between 5 to 6 days a week. And now people are telling me like, wow, did you know Claude felt this way? I didn't know. And I know you guys probably think it's problematic to be far left or far right. Anything extreme, there's problems. Because when you talk about far right, now you got to go into like the, I'm not far anything. But when I was giving my commentary, and we've got to move past this. We've got to move past it because you did it again today. You keep going back to things like January 6th and the Central Park 5. You keep going back to that. And I'm trying to get you to stay current current with the commentary, current, because now you're just like, I'm not sure who this person is.
Well, in my live stream just earlier, I had
don't
to
know.
go. So because I had to explain how.
I think that people, I'm going to stand by what I said. I'm doubling down. They don't know why they don't. They just know a feeling. They know that majority don't, but they can't really pin down what's wrong. There's nothing wrong with protecting the borders. There's nothing wrong. However, whatever he did before he became president, everybody has a life before they became something. Okay? They all do. I care about what you're doing now and what you're doing today and what you're doing for this country. And what he's doing for this country is making it safer. People keep saying, they talk about tax cuts, and he's only doing things for the rich. No tax on tips. That's not doing things for the rich. Trump accounts, we have him lowering the cost of prescription drugs. I could go on and on. But if I ask you, what's really the problem? That's what I was saying. People that don't like Donald Trump can't argue the points. All they can do is go back to the past and talk about things that we can't change. January 6th, and we cannot change Central Park 5. But the ones that are suffering from Central Park 5 are the men that were part of Central Park 5, Claude.
And the young men who were being persecuted by the NYPD.
There are persecuted now. You're persecuted.
So you don't call now. You don't call being slammed up against the wall and being tossed around, and you don't call that. I guess that's nothing, huh?
I didn't say it wasn't nothing. I didn't know that.
Obviously, it wasn't. Now listen, I am not comparing myself to the Central Park 5. That's ridiculous.
But baby, I don't have a problem with you. I don't have a problem with you. Don't jump on the bandwagon with people beat my back in right now because of Paul. They treated black men bad. Okay, Zero, I'm not taking that away from him. I'm not taking that away from him. We still cover the Central Park 5. You're Gen X and you grew up in the hood. You get harassed by police, house like on things. We got a man up, Gen X.
Got a man up.
So here's my thing. Here's my thing. No, we're not. But I was talking about Shreveport and the kids being unalive. And Claude brings up Central Park 5 again. So apparently this bothers him a lot. And I'm not going to take that away from him.
Well, I didn't know that the guy was gone, to be quite honest with you.
You know, I think it's important to note that I'm not trying to convince people. You're from Shreveport, Sally? Man, that's pretty heavy. Yeah, you were? Yeah, I was what?
I'm glad that guy's no longer with us.
Really, Dr. Manhattan? See, that's what I mean. We live in the greatest country in the world because we can. I stand by what I said. I've said this so many times. I've said it when Casino was over here, and I had other left-leaning people over here in the country. That we all share a past.
Everybody did
dark.
Said that.
I don't care if you're white. I don't care if you're black. Being in this country, you are affected by things that happens in this country. But we share it, and that's American history. I'm not making excuses for it. There has been good, and there's been a lot of bad, but everybody's been affected by it. But in 2026, all I say is, you know what? We have great opportunities today, and we can move forward. We can move forward, but it's also a choice. Do you want to move forward, or do you want to stay stuck in the past? You don't think I'm affected by things that happen to me as a Black woman? You don't think things happen to me? I think everybody has different experiences. White people have experiences. Black people have experiences. Everybody has experiences, and all I'm saying is, can we just come together and unite as a country? Because right now, we have a whole war going on in Iran. We have people saying that the United States is losing in death to America. That's what we have going on right now. That's where my interest lies. So I'm not being insensitive to someone that's like, hey, Central Park 5 affected me. But I feel, Claude, and I feel I don't even know if I should say this.
Go
I'm
ahead,
gonna
you're
leave
back.
that alone.
What you say,
I'm gonna
so?
leave that alone. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. We don't need to fix our gun laws. We have the right to bear arms. Let me go, mods. Threatening. Nobody's threatening you in the chat, Bush baby. You doing too much. That rent remote. Nobody's. I don't have any mods that's messing with you in the chat. So I feel like this, Claude. You're gonna have to stay current. Stop living in the past. You still choose to live in New York, and you haven't moved away. So therefore, you must like.
There's 5
Yeah,
boroughs in
Bush
New York
Baby. Bush
City.
Baby's not arguing me. Don't even let Bush Baby troll you, Dr. Manhattan, in the chat. Bush Baby is a troll and who likes to stir things up. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Mm-mm. I see your comments in other people's chat. I see you, Eric. You're making things up. You're making things up. Nobody's taking somebody's life when they're disagreeing with other people. You're just making that up. Claude, try to stay current.
Fine.
Try to stay Bush Baby. You okay? I'm gonna ignore. She's trying to distract me what I'm talking about. Damn it, you make commentary. If you guys in the chat make commentary, let me know so I can come over. Are you a content creator? I would definitely support you. Claude, okay. Where do we go from here? Do you feel that I don't know. Who are you? Who are you?
I've been who I've always been. I call things down the middle. When the guy is right, I'm quick to say when he's right. When he's wrong, I'm quick to jump on that as well.
You're a troll.
Protecting the borders, he's done a very good job with that. I think the ICE people have done really a good job for the most part. Now, there have been a couple of times where they've crossed the line, but for the most part, they haven't. There have been agitators who've actually spit in these guys' faces, thrown stuff at them. I think in a lot of ways, they've shown a lot of restraint. And I've also pointed that out. As far as going after Maduro, I think he did a magnificent job with that. I had no problem with him going into Venezuela. I have no problem with him as far as starting this war in Iran, which he really didn't start. Iran didn't listen. So
thank you.
That's just my opinion.
I think your opinion is
wrong, he's been dead.
I think that when it comes to, I don't think that when it comes to any, and I appreciate what you said. I really feel you believe a lot of things that you're saying. Donald Trump is doing a fantastic job.
Again, I gave him a B- as president. I gave Biden a D. He was lucky to get that. So if I was so biased, I wouldn't be as unbiased as I am if that were the case.
Your bigger problem is Mandani. You need to start there. That's your bigger problem. Bigger than Trump. You deal with Mandani.
He's only been in office 100 days. I mean, really? He's been in office 100 days.
Well, you guys are still waiting first before we free grocery stores and all those things. Keep waiting. Keep waiting. That's a problem. You want to know another problem I have is that when there's things that's going on with fraud, I don't hear you guys talking about Minnesota. I don't hear you guys talking about Tim Walz and all those kind of things. I don't live in Minnesota. The Somalians. I don't hear anyone talk about them. I hear them saying things like, what about Epstein? What about January 6th? What about this? They ignore everything else that's happening with these politicians.
I don't even bring up Epstein.
Community wall right now. Facts. Okay. I'll post it and it'll go back to something that doesn't matter, or they'll say, what about this? And I find it interesting how a lot of people like to ignore stuff and deflect. And that's why I said a lot of people that have a problem with the things that I say can't really say why. They can't really say why they don't like Donald Trump. They just can't.
The Clintons were part of Epstein files too. What's the point? Both Hillary and Bill.
All the fraud that's going on, friend, that's happening in Minnesota, they don't like to address that. They like to cover it up. Then, of course, you had the protests. You have the...
What's her name? Khan?
Who are you talking about?
The, remember when he was giving the State of the Union address and she was so out of line? What's her name?
Johan?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, right.
She was ridiculous. She was so out of pocket.
Donald Trump, when she was heckling, no,
she was out of pocket.
She was heckling, no, Vance. Was it JD Vance she was heckling?
No, remember she was heckling Trump as well. She called it.
Yeah, it was Trump. She's talking about
during the State of the Union address. Remember?
I think, Claude, and here's the thing, because I feel that with a lot of people, there's a lot of fear mongering with Donald Trump. There's a lot of people that really don't understand the policies. You know, we should do, well, we got this war in Iran right now, but if I can never get through, people don't understand the Big Beautiful Bill. They don't understand things, and they don't know that sometimes change is necessary because where this country was going was just not in a good place. And so people voted for Donald Trump because they were tired. They were tired of pretending that men had to be, they were tired of calling men women. Came out with all these terms. What the hell is a cis woman? We're just women. We didn't want men playing in women's sports. We didn't want our kids to be butchered and to have these gender reassignment surgeries. That's where we were going without permission from the parents, where the kids didn't even have to tell the parent. That's the direction that we were going. So people didn't want this country to go in that direction, and that's why they voted for Donald Trump. Now, I understand the things that you're saying from the past, but those things are in the past, and I'm looking at where can we go today. I think it's our responsibility to make our life what we want it to be. No one's going to give you this handout. If they give you a handout, that's why I talk about welfare. I talk about these social programs. You're not supposed to be on those things forever because they hinder you. Now, you are in New York and you have Mondani promising this and that as if this money somehow falls out the sky. It comes from, where's the money come from? So I feel that those are the problems that you have. That's going on in New York, and that's where you should focus your anger.
He hasn't even been in office. He's barely been in office 100 days. And I even said that he would have a problem.
He made promises.
I understand that. Hold on.
He made promises that he can't fulfill.
Again, I said that we wait and see, number one. And I also said that he would have trouble with the governor because a lot of those things are going to come from Albany, which is the capital of New York. And that would be Governor Kathy Hochul. I clearly had said that from the very beginning. I guess you forgot that too, huh?
I didn't forget about it.
So why are you bringing up the fact that that's your problem in New York?
That's America's problem with New York. It's not just my problem.
You clearly said that's what you need to be worried about in New York.
Because that's where you live. You live in New York.
Exactly.
And that's what's happening today.
The most important city in the world.
Okay.
It is. It's the financial capital of the world. Of course, it's the most important city in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that to be arrogant, because New York does have problems.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to sit up here and say they don't have problems.
I just felt like some things you should have told me. Especially knowing where I stand with stuff. I just feel like you should have told me. I'm looking for something. Keep talking. Go ahead, Quan.
Oh, gee, thanks.
You're welcome.
No, but as I was saying, New York does have certain problems. I mean, the drug problem is ridiculous. There are a lot of things that need to be cleaned up. Now, Mondani did a terrible job with the snowstorm, which is ridiculous. But Listen, if I were to grade him as of right now, I'd have to give him a C minus. Because there are certain things that he has not done well. It does seem like he's more hands-on than Eric Adams was. Eric Adams was an absolute failure. I could make a case that Eric Adams was the worst mayor in New York history. Giuliani would be second. De Blasio would be third. If you're going to give me a bottom three of worst mayors in New York City history. And two of those three are Democrats. So think about that for a minute. Bloomberg was terrible too. Giuliani was, God, can't stand that guy. But I digress. But
I'll keep going. I'm looking for
do a better
something.
job.
I don't know if I'll be able to find it. I don't know if I'll be able to find it because I should have shared this with you guys a long time ago.
He was way out of pocket, Mandani, talking about I'm going to have free buses in New York City. The MTA hemorrhages money. How are you going to give people free buses? I'm trying to figure that one out. But he claims that he's going to do it. I don't see it. Now you're talking about going. We should go forward. I tell you what, it looks like the '80s when you go outside of New York City in certain areas where you see the used syringes and D-bags in parks where kids have to play. I think it's pathetic. But that's just my opinion. Anybody that lives in New York City will agree with me. You go to certain parks, like wow, these people they have no respect for the city at all. Then you see people laid out in the street. The homeless problem is a huge issue still.
I can't find what I'm looking for. Okay, I can't find what I'm looking
for. He's failed miserably with that. I forgot how many people were unalive during the snowstorms in New York due to Mandani's mishandling of the homeless and getting rid of the snow. He did it. In fact, you know what? I have to change that. I said a C minus. I have to give him a D on that. He's almost as bad as Jim Crow Joe. And that's poor for the first 100 days. By the way, I gave Eric Adams an F. He failed. The only thing Eric Adams did well in New York was control the rat population. The rat population went down considerably under Eric Adams, but outside of that, he was dreadful. He was too busy kissing everybody's fanny and not getting anything done. And he became more of a puppet. Okay, I don't normally see the chat, but let me see what's going on in the chat. Man dummy. A planned demolition of the country? Well, that's pretty sad. Well, see, socialism, I don't want socialism. Who wants that? Hey, TC, how are you? Canada is running out of other people's money already. Oh wow! I see you guys are fighting in the chat. And thank you for supporting the live earlier, TC. And thank you for everybody that was in the live stream earlier. I really appreciated that. Wow, you guys. We bailed out your banks, Wall Street, and almost New York City is exporting crime. Just look. Eric Adams is definitely a people person. My pops grew up with kind of with him. Okay. Listen, he's a nice guy, but he did fail the city. In fact, I actually took a picture with Mayor Adams. No, I did not vote for Mamdani. Mamdani wasn't, no, absolutely not. Scam artist culture. Jeez. Yeah, you and Bush baby. I tell you, when you guys gonna start to hang out, huh?
Let me lighten the mood a little bit. Let me lighten things up. I know everything that's just
Hold on, Bush baby. David Dinkins, he wasn't a bad mayor. He wasn't as good as he should have been. See, David Dinkins was trying to please too many people. That was his failure. But he was a better mayor than Eric Adams. He was much better than Giuliani.
let me lighten y'all. I know how to put y'all in a good mood. I know how to put you in a good mood.
Here we go.
Yeah.
No, seriously. Democrats are asking themselves, quote, could Blue MAGA revitalize the party? We hear they're making blue hats that say make California great again and swapping out the Village People for Stevie Wonder. I guess if you just can't beat them, you join them. Democrats are admitting Trump was right about everything.
Nobody comes out looking better than Donald Trump and the MAGA right. Because the things that they were saying, the things that they were accusing the left of, the things that they were accusing legacy media of, whether it's true or not, they look right. They look like they were on point.
Democrats have never admitted we were right about anything. And now they're admitting we were right about everything. I don't even know how to take that. It's never happened before. They're all saying, you got us, we lied.
Democrats just spent 4 years arguing that the border was fine, inflation was not a problem, and Joe Biden was up to the job. And I think that 4 years of that message was really harmful. I think there are a lot of reasons why there are crises in confidence in the news media, in Democratic Party, in institutions. And I think all of it needs to be hashed out, acknowledged, and discussed.
Was that Tapper or Hannity? This isn't fun anymore. What's the point of having two parties if one side just keeps saying the other side's right? Did Democrats just surrender? Tapper's even saying we were right about lawfare.
I think it is problematic when people run for prosecutor and promise to go after a specific politician. And both Letitia James, the Attorney General of New York, and Alvin Bragg, the District Attorney of New York, both of them did that. And that, to me, is problematic because you're not saying this is the offense and we need to bring justice to this perpetrator. You're saying, I'm going to go after him. And I think that there was a degree to which that was tolerated by the media writ large.
I'm glad he's saying it, but why didn't he say it on his show? The guy was on the air for what, 2 hours a day? CNN called it the trial of the century. Now Tapper's saying, yeah, it was all cooked up by Tish and Fat Alvin. It's not like this was even covered up. There was tape of Tish and Bragg saying it. Even Morning Joe's admitting Republicans were right about everything. But they're taking credit for it.
If you were a conservative at Harvard Law School, anytime you opened your mouth, you better have thought through it about 20 different times.
because you were going to get crushed. Whereas, and here's the important point. Now we talk about why the left may be adrift and it lost. The other side of that is the intellectual laziness that that occurs every time you open your mouth and they all agree with you. Yeah. And you're part of groupthink. So you never have to defend your ideas. So when you go out and run a campaign and you think everybody's going to agree with you, it's just the opposite.
Scarborough's like the bully who picks on a kid and then takes credit when the kid turns out to be a winner. Groupthink sounds like Morning Joe. They're not just glazing us, they're turning on each other. Democrats just did what Obama told them to. They whacked Biden, and Obama's aides ran Kamala's campaign. And now they're realizing the Messiah can't walk on water.
People are starting to complain, oh my God, the Obama people, they're running everything. Sometimes you get a sense that they think they know everything, they run the world, and in some cases, you can understand it because, well, they did win 2 presidential elections. But at a certain point, that class of folks has to start listening to the next generation coming up because they have ideas. They have ways of reaching out to the voters, to men, to the Obama coalition that they just don't have. They don't have the feel for it because they're not from that generation.
He just called Barry a boomer. And Chuck Todd said Boomer Barry was the one who ran men out of the party.
Okay, let me stop this.
You spent 15 years essentially ignoring that vote. And in fact, not only ignoring it, interest groups going out of their way to marginalize that demographic group. And then you're shocked when that demographic group doesn't think the Democratic Party wants them to be members.
Okay.
Barack
Obama. So, does y'all want to hear what he's going to say about Barack?
Oh, I don't care.
Huh?
I don't care.
Hang on, let me get. I know you don't because see, with
I'm not an Obama fan. Never been an Obama fan.
Say it somewhere. So I knew that you feel better. I knew that would put you like, in a better mood. I think I know. I always know what to do. But you see how quickly I was smoking. She said, "Go get that bowl." Yeah, that's my dinner. I've been munching on my dinner all day, you guys, because I'm trying to. Y'all know I got this dance thing going on. I'm trying to lose some weight, but I'm eating too much. So, Claude, I wanted to show you the Democrats really know that the Republicans are telling the truth and trying to save this country, trying to keep our values in place. They know, but because there's an ulterior motive, and this is not for regular. I'm talking about Democrats like in Congress. They know that some of these policies that they're trying to pass hurts the country, but they're lying to the people, making them think, oh, the Republicans are out to hurt you, and they're only for the rich, and they're racist, blah, blah, blah. No, the truth is, I'm trying to save the country. We love this country. And even though they know the truth, I just showed it to you, they're going to tell you guys otherwise. So, thank you. Let me put my video away. So, thank you.
Remember, I said that the Democrats were in trouble.
I'm going to be ready by July. If not, then I'll have to push. I have to do a different one. I really want to do the Desert Classic, Doc, but I don't know. Obama did nothing for blacks. Gave everybody but us. Everybody but us, Maverick. Everybody but us. If you want to
that too.
know more about Obama, I can show you guys. You don't have to listen to me. I will show it to you. I'll lay it out in videos. You guys know how I feel about the Unaffordable Care Act, as Donald Trump calls it. How the premiums was. It's not practical for every American. There's problems with it. There's problems. You guys like to talk about reparations. I don't like to talk about it. Obama felt that blacks did. He said that blacks deserved it. In his words, blacks deserved it, but denied giving it to them, to blacks, because he said they weren't prepared for it. I'm not making this up. Democrats were in office. So every time there's a chance that he could do something for blacks in particular, whatever, he chose not to. He chose not to. I'm not saying anything for or against that, but I'm not sure why you guys keep preaching about the Democratic Party as if they're coming to save you, not coming to save you. Now let me enjoy my popcorn.
You know that I've always said that both parties are playing in our faces. You know that. Don't. You know that. Left wing or right wing, it's the same filthy bird. You're just munching away on that popcorn. Any butter? No.
It's my favorite snack. Let me enjoy it.
I'm not stopping you from enjoying your popcorn. Knock yourself out.
It is so good. It's so good.
I like popcorn. It's actually good for you.
I don't know. I've been taking in too many calories. You guys, as I'm watching the news and I'm putting these things together all day, and again, I hope to be back on track soon. No guarantees. I'll know if I'm back on track when I go live. If anything happens to my channel where I feel like my channel is going to be terminated, knock on wood, I will post that and tell you guys where to follow me on social media, so you can see I'm not making this stuff up. I'm going through these channel strikes and these appeals on my channel. If I can't win, no, my channel's like I won one of the appeals, right? So I'll be okay. But if for whatever reason I feel like, okay, I went too far on my channel, I will share my Rumba, what do you call it? Rumba?
What you say?
Right? Yeah, I'll share that link and then you guys can follow me over there. MU eat is better than chocolate. I'm eating. MU, have you ever had sour cream and onion popcorn? No. Is it good? Let me see what you guys have to say.
That doesn't sound right. Sour cream and onion.
What do you mean by career politician zero? I kind of feel like I know what you mean, but what do you mean by that? No, not Voltaire says, instead of helping Black people, Obama just blamed white people for everything after white people voted for him twice. Now, Voltaire.
When did you do that?
If Voltaire, you can listen, it's an open panel. Anybody can come and chat with me. I think that, oh man, y'all know I don't talk about race really. I think that what Voltaire said, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong because I'm not white, is how white people feel sometimes, being blamed for a lot, not being able to be proud of who they are. I feel that, number one, I consider us all Americans, okay? I'm going to treat you the same whether you're white, Black, I don't care what you are. But when you see conservatives like Charlie Kirk, Erica kind of has been a dingbat right now. She says something that got her trolled, and she's like, "White men need to stand up." White men don't have a problem standing up. I'm gonna keep it 100. You don't have a problem standing up, okay? I kind of thought Erica made herself troll food for that, and Juicy, well, Juicy did what Juicy does. I made a video if y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Look at my YouTube shorts. Anyway. I kind of see where Voltaire is going with that, because we talk about, I think for this country to be strong, we need to be strong as Americans, right? White people, I don't really believe, have a problem saying that, hey, I'm proud of this country. I'm not going to be ashamed of who I am. I'm not going to be ashamed. I didn't do things from years ago to you. I think that people are just wanting to move forward. Claude, am I making you mad with this conversation?
No, not at all.
Shut up. I really miss just playing my videos instead of talking to you guys, so that way you could just judge for yourself. But I'm bringing this up because Someone put in my chat, Voltaire put in my chat about Obama. And I don't think people want to feel guilty about things that happened so long ago. And I guess that's why I really try to cover what's current and not things that are not happening today. Does that make sense to you?
No, it does.
I feel I liked Obama as a person. Very tiny tears. I feel that people's biggest problems are the person. I'm gonna go slow, so we'll be on the right page. No, but I seen you on the most wanted list. I don't know, Bush Baby. So, Bush Baby, are you swinging in the chat? Who is Bush Baby fighting with? Bush Baby, are you okay? I feel that people's biggest problems are the community, who they live with. So when people say black on black crime, or what about this? I will argue white on white crime. We have problems within our own communities that we need to work out. And I don't feel that anyone could fix that. I'm not saying anything about, because I don't deal with race subjects and stuff like that, but the people that when things happen to somebody, it's usually in the communities that they live, right? It's like, or someone that they know, or when it comes to the statistics on crime. So what are we fighting about with each other? What some of the things that we fight and we argue about amongst each other, or with races or things like that, the communities that you live in, you need to fix the problems in your community. And you can't depend on any government program. You can't depend on anybody to fix that for you. We have to do the work ourselves and want the change to be done. I'm afraid to look at the chat because I don't know what they're thinking about what I'm saying. How you doing, Daquan?
I'm all right.
Hey, TC says funny say hi earlier. So, Claude, I guess I said all that to say. Oh, thank you, Vote. Misunderstood. Just find your channel like yesterday. You're already in my top 5. Never stop, not one step back. Yeah, my views got me in trouble, Voltaire. My views got you in trouble. And made some people angry, and they start flagging my channel. Y'all gotta stop with these flags. Don't censor me. No, Voltaire, I appreciate you. And I told you, you're always welcome up. Well, you made Claude mad yesterday. I'm sorry about that, but misunderstood. The good doctor is harassing me. He's not harassing you. He's not harassing you. Oh no, you got these allergies are killing me. I cannot breathe, and I'm a mouth breather. Oh, I'm sorry, Damage. I have bad allergies too. So I'm gonna stand by what I said. The things bothering this country is not Donald Trump. Donald Trump is doing what he needs to do to bring the country closer, which is why he got rid of, certain things like DEI, DEI, affirmative action, and things like that. And you guys, I won't always be doing these streams like this, but why? Causes a lot of division. I want to make sure that I don't like the idea of people thinking I got hired because of the color of my skin. And a lot of these programs like affirmative action and these DEI programs, they like to put a black face on these programs, but blacks aren't the ones that benefit from these programs. But the Democrats and others like to say, look, this is for the people, and they use a black face, but it goes to certain communities. I can't say the word because it will get my channel in trouble. Certain communities. Y'all know what I'm talking about. White women and every other thing. So why do we need programs like that? Get rid of discrimination, get rid of everything else, and hire the most qualified person regardless of the color of their skin. That's what you have to do. And so now some people are going to be ignorant. Some people are going to be ignorant. I can't help the ignorance of some people, but that's going to be, if you're white or you're black, that's what the person, because you got people that's just ignorant. And when you see somebody that's ignorant, what do? You call it out. You ignore it. You do whatever. I choose not to ignore things because I have a mouth. I like to express myself, but So what's harming this country? Some people say on my community post, the war in Iran is illegal. Why is there echo? You got a second window open? It's not illegal. It's not illegal what's happening in Iran. Donald Trump is not the first person that uses executive power, and he's not going to be the last. He solved a problem. Our Israel is our ally. We're not losing the war. We're winning. And we're winning over there in the Gulf. We're winning. But let people spread their false news and say that we're losing, all because they want Donald Trump to look bad for midterms, and so the Democrats can come back into office and do whatever they were doing in this country and have this big, woke, liberal country. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Hey.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. How are you, MU? And good morning to Unc and the chat. The chat is
good
very
morning.
interesting.
Let me get Bush Baby together real quick. Bush Baby number one, you talk a lot of crap about me and another chat. Apparently, so I'm gonna call a thing a thing. Apparently, you don't think I know what I'm talking about. You always say I don't give commentary. So now you want to cry to me? You can deal with it with my moderator. Now, play nicely. Play nicely. You have crushes on people that can't dance. I know what you're talking about. Maverick, you understand what I'm saying? Zero says that's an international. Play nicely. Bush Baby, I see you guys in your comments about me. That's why I had to call in. So we are winning, damage. We're winning. But let them tell it. America's losing the war. They're lying. They're lying. I wish that we would have did the blockade sooner. That's what I wish we would have done. But Trump tries to negotiate. Oh, shit, I lost my earpiece. Okay. Honestly, I'm listening to Donald Trump in my ear. You know.
Well, MU, I am so taken by a comment that you just made.
You're mad about it?
No. I am so taken to the point where I'm going to have to make sure you get a Cash App from me.
Oh, tell me about. Yes, sis, thank you. Let's talk.
Now, here's what you just said. Well, you said a lot of things, but the thing that I honed in on was how the government puts, Black people in the head of, or in the face, and makes them the face of certain programs, government programs, and not necessarily be the ones that are benefiting or, taking advantage of them, if you will. That's the political propaganda that I always talk about. And I think that's one.
You talk about that, and I wish that for some reason you're not in my algorithm. And right now, I did have to clear my algorithm. Don't put words like that in my chat, Bush Baby. I had to clear my algorithm because y'all know what's happening with my channel. So if you do go back, just leave me a comment under any of my videos. But if you do cover that, I think that's a really important topic because they keep using our face for all of these things, including
Absolutely.
We go back to the Me Too movement. It didn't benefit Blacks. As a matter of fact, our experiences were downplayed, minimalized. We didn't get the same things, but it was by Black founders. And oh, look at the poor Black women that don't have voices. They still didn't hear us, but they like to use our faces for all of these things that we're not even asking for.
Okay, I agree with you. Me Too movement, that Me Too movement, all of that stuff. And there's so many movements, but I also want to say that my frustration with the way things are run, and not just starting to be run. This is my years on the planet. Access to resources. Okay. Being able to have equal and fair access to resources, number one. Being able to have each and every one of us be able to, when you put into the system, I think that you should be able to get out of the system if you need to. At the end of the day, if you make $5 over the quote unquote criteria, I think it's a shame that a person who's been a vet or a person that has worked so many years, a person that has done their due diligence, stayed out of trouble, if you will. We all get a ticket or two nowadays, but and then when you go for help, because in life, that's the cycle of life. I bet you by golly, wow, every one of us will need a hand up, if you will, not a hand out, a hand up. And I always say this: we all will need a hand up. We'll all need somebody at the end of the day to help us to wipe our butts, if you will. And we want to. That's why I'm a stickler for making sure that people get into college. People who want to change their careers and get back into college, that they do. I want to see more people into where they want to be, where they have their heart, because those are going to be the most awesome workforce group of people ever. And I want them to get paid. I see you eating that popcorn, and I see you, boy. Woo, that's deep. That's a big. I like that wooden bowl too. Now that's a big wooden bowl. That's amazing. I like that.
I'm so sorry, you guys, but y'all don't understand. Hey, Daisha. Hey, love. I see you. I seen you in the chat.
Everybody put popcorn in the chat, y'all. Put popcorn in the chat.
This is my favorite stuff. Let me tell you guys. If y'all knew the day I had today, it's my comfort food. I had a really, really hard day. I'm sitting over here fighting people about my views, about my commentary, about Claude, and I needed some comfort food. So I had my sweet tea. That's why I said the person I was battling with today was making me chunky, because I start eating comfort food. Stupid food that don't match. Why am I eating popcorn and sweet tea at 12 o'clock in the morning?
It's a guilty pleasure. You deserve it.
It's comfort food. It's like, y'all don't understand what I go through with this darn commentary, my views. But really, if you listen to me, and it's okay, which baby, you're a troll. You're always gonna be a troll to me. You don't just have a difference of opinion. You are a shit starter, and that's okay. You're doing what you do. But I see you. I see your comments, y'all. Don't gaslight me. I see your comments. You don't have to agree with me. I'm not looking for an echo chamber. I think that, but I'm gonna be who I am, and that's kind of where we are right now. I mean, my commentary is costing me a lot of friends, family, and stuff like that. But I gotta stand on my beliefs. Now, somebody put in the chat about Black Lives Matter. I stand by what I said. Blacks didn't ask for it, and even stuff like that does not benefit Blacks the way that they're telling you it benefits us. Your thoughts on
Agreed.
that?
Agreed. Agreed.
That was a big comment.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't mean wow like that. I just mean.
Yeah. I mean,
let me enjoy my tea. Okay, we are on the same page.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you agree. You agree with that statement. I agree. The Me Too movement, garbage. Black Lives Matter. I felt where some of the passion was coming from. It wasn't designed. It was garbage. At the end of the day, I think that it was a group of some people who had a passion about some things. But when you don't have a true history, you're gonna be doomed to repeat it. And it is what it is. I have been graced and blessed with being able to talk to people who were part of the sit-ins of the Greensboro Four, and these are people who, I would love for you to speak to them, because when it comes to protesting back in the day, I'm not a proponent of it for today. However, back in those days, it was so very important, and they did it with it was educational. Nobody just went out there and decided to go out there and protest. They had certain people who were who fill certain lanes. They had people who were to take people out of jail, who would, put bail money up. There were people, I never forget, one of my mentors told me that she was the morning shift. She did the morning shift protesting at Woolworths. Then I heard about others that did their afternoon protest at Woolworths. And so they did it. It was systematic. It was an approach. It was done with science. It was done with strategy, and they played chess, not checkers. So there's a way to do things. I just don't think that the Me Too movement was and the Black Lives Matters. I think all of them were all over the place, and then they smoke and drink, and then everybody's on gummy bears or whatever these anxiety pills are and stuff like that. They need to go get a couch. I think everybody in the United States needs to go get a couch, and they need a therapist so you can start working and invoicing people in you. So because you need to be somebody's therapist, and people need therapy, and that's just what I think they need, the deep dark issues. But systematically, this country, access to resources, fair and just access to resources. And if you put in $10, you should be able to get back $10. Not you don't put in any money and you take away from the system, and you're just getting from the system and things of that nature. That's absolutely wrong. I know parents who have written checks for their children to go to college. And then you have children, and listen, I love my scholarships, but you have some parents who have never been a day working, and their children are going to college for free. I've always thought that was something. There was something wrong with that. Look at Doc, and you can be his therapist. Okay, that's what we're talking about. Make some money. Write that invoice, MU. I could do one for you, and I'll make sure you get it. It's $400 an hour. Okay.
What? Y'all gonna see me. That's what I'm going to school for. You guys don't see me.
That's right. You're not up here just wasting your time. You're over here collecting collecting $400 an hour. Understand that that's what they get starting out.
I'm taking my psychology classes. I am already working in healthcare. I'm doing what I need to do because I'm not just here talking to you guys. I come on camera. I'm very transparent. You can ask me questions. I'm not one of those content creators that don't respond back to you. And that's telling you something. I share my journey with you guys. On the sobriety thing, I share that with you guys. And it all aligns with my beliefs and my conservative commentary. And I stand by what I said. No matter where you are in life, no matter how you started out, people can argue with me. You can't change your circumstances and your outcome. This isn't an old poor MU story. I'm just telling you guys that I stand by what I say because I've lived it. Okay, I have a beautiful life, and I don't believe that anyone can bail you out of a situation. I'm not saying don't give people kind words and encourage them, but I'm just saying that you have to do the work. Do not believe in all these programs. All these programs hinder you. I agree with TC. And we're on a different sides of the fence. TC is Democrat. I'm Republican. And we can still we can agree on certain things because it's about the policies, you guys. There's no reason for us to be divided. We're not the ones making these laws. The ones in Congress are making these laws. They're the ones that's setting the standards for this, setting the standard that. I'm just bringing forth information from a conservative point of view. I welcome TC. Now I didn't at first, right? Because because that's why it's important to listen to each other. But I heard Democrat at that time. If y'all followed me in the beginning, if you wanted on my platform, you were right-leaning Republican. But I said, you know what? We're not gonna learn that way. We're not gonna learn that way. And I know TC, and she wasn't gonna take no for an answer, so I let her on the platform, or she was gonna turn my chat. But no, but
and little did you know, MU, that at the time when I started coming over here, regularly, if you will, let me tell you, I was fighting a Democratic congressperson. And right now I'm fighting a Democratic senator. When I say fighting, I am totally against what they're doing. And in terms of basic stuff, like going to committee meetings, voting on time, mismanagement of funds. Okay.
Good, do you see? And that's the thing. It's like you don't like what's happening with somebody. Oh man, my mind went blank. Who is that? So you hear what TC says. TC and I. And here's the thing I like about TC. No matter what platform I see her on, because I see you guys. No matter where she's consistent with her views. If she does not like something I said, I won't hear her on a different panel saying like. I mean, if she won't come over here and say she likes something. And then I hear her going off on another panel because I would hit the link and like, TC, wait, you were just in my chat. Why do you feel that way? But that's because we have a friendship, I don't know. I just kind of feel if I'm conversing with you guys, I don't ever want you guys to think that you cannot be your authentic self and we can talk about stuff. You don't have to agree with me, but I can back up everything I say. I can prove my point and I can tell you why I think this way. I just ask, so if you jump on my platform, don't be in your feelings, because if you say something and you can't back it up with the source, don't ask me to back up your source. You come up here prepared. Then, if it doesn't go well for you, don't go crying. Don't go flagging my channel. Stay in the chat. Because that's what happened. Some people jumped on my panel, didn't like how it went, and then they got to flagging. That's not my problem. It's not my problem.
Mm-mm.
TC, I kind of feel that no, Doc, I would never clown your looks. Not at all. Oh, that's okay, Voltaire. You didn't have to. I was just telling you. I kind of feel that these programs it's kind of insulting because when you put things out there like Black Lives Matter and then you have all these things, it makes people, I think it further separates us from other people and it causes more of a division when we're not the ones asking for these programs.
Mm-hmm. Well, I agree, and that's why when I came on the other night or the other morning, and I talked about, or was it here? I'm not sure. Social Security. People don't realize that there's Social Security benefits that they have access to, but they have to go and apply, and they have to. And this is what I'm saying: Social Security is due everybody. And of course, so some people are going to get more. Some people didn't put in, but they're going to get the bare minimum, et cetera, et cetera. But burial rights, burial program, burial benefits, it's there. And I mean, it is there. And you have to tap into your United States Senator and your Congressperson in order to get it. Now, I know that there are a lot of online stuff. And of course, what you're going to have are people that are going to say, you can go through me and get it. And then they're going to charge you $500 just to get it. That's not the way that it goes. You can go straight to your elected officials, and you're supposed to. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of the ding dongs in the office don't know either. Okay, so
Yeah.
so you have to. That's why.
That's always. I'm sorry. I thought I was on mute when I said that.
And that's why I said, MU, I want you to come to New York, drive to Philly, and go to DC. Go to the offices. Go to the Social Security Administration. Yes. Uncle Claude be nodding. Wait, he's the only one.
Okay, let me tell you about so Claude. Not only does Claude. Never mind.
So everybody, all I'm saying is go to your elected officials and require and request that you get certain ones of these benefits, because unfortunately the people in their offices don't always readily know, and they're not going to always readily give up the information, and so forth and so on. And I just say, you got to make sure that you do your own due diligence. I thought for you to get Social Security, you would have to put in, you're supposed to. That's the way it was designed. But it was you put in, and then the generation before you would get it. So the X generation puts in, and the baby boomers get that. The Y generation puts in, and then the X generation will get that money. Unfortunately, X generationers, the Y generation folks, they done sucked up the Y generation, the Alpha generation, they done sucked up Social Security just from the children age, and not even putting in. We're not gonna get much of anything. And then
do you guys realize? So I was a lot of you. Well, if you don't know, I was a ballroom dancer, right? Still am. But so you're not paying into Social Security, so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to go to school. And I still do my ballroom dancing, but I was worried about, wait a minute, when I decide to retire, what am I gonna do? So, it's one of the reasons that I decided to go back to work and stuff like that, just so I say go back to work like I worked before that. But you know what I mean? Like I wanted to pay into Social Security, and I wanted to just make sure that I'm good when I retire and not just living off my savings,
And that's just one form of taxes that you
I don't
paid
know
into.
how much longer I can do this, because it's cutting into my me time a lot more than I expected to, but it's okay.
So MU, for you, there's a financial aid counselor, there's an academic counselor. I know you know who they are because you're very thrifty about making sure that you utilize the people at your university level. Talk to the people.
I've been paying for a lot of things out of pocket, but
I
now
know.
that I'm starting. No, I know where to go. I know where to go. We've talked about this. Now that I'm starting I'll be starting my 300 level classes. Like the rest of them, yeah, I got my girl in school and I got myself. So definitely, I'll go that route. I'm just excited to do it. And now in California, it was pretty cool. So hopefully when my son is older, we'll still have it. But for him to be able to go to school for free for a couple of years if he goes to a community college, I'm all for it. I think a lot of people should start with community colleges in a way, because in California, you're taking the same classes that you would be taking at a university, and then you can bridge over and you're paying a lot less. But anyways, I'm enjoying this journey and I'm enjoying it, but it's a lot of work to do it at an older age. But I'm doing what I want to do to be where I want to be in like 5 years. It's good. I'm liking it. I'm learning a lot, and I need psychology to deal with people. I gotta understand why people are responding to me the way that they do. I need to help some folks get over their TDS, get over their, the stress and anxiety. Like I just, this is just what I want to do. But
anyway,
you always come through with knowledge. You always come through and bring a lot, and I just want you to know how much I appreciate that.
You're welcome. I know you do, and I appreciate the forum. I appreciate that you understand, I was raised in a household where my father was a Republican and my mother was a Democrat.
Really?
I'm not. I can't tell you who.
I cannot do it, and I was like, that's why I'm kind of surprised that. Well, never mind. He's asleep, but even with
not asleep. I said one moment. Remember, you didn't hear me say one moment?
I did. I heard you.
Thank you.
He kind of scared me.
I think it can be done, y'all, and it can be done. I lived it, and I also saw the strategy behind it. I heard I don't want to say the
When you're
fights.
in a relationship, the woman votes you follow your husband. So I don't know about all that. And I'm not saying, I'm glad your parents made it work, TC. I'm not taking that away. But I do think that it's kind of where I think I just want to be able to talk to my partner about my values. I don't want to talk about, oh, you know what, this country's going to crap. We're giving away all this stuff for free. And then my husband's like, yeah, let's give it away. You know, I think it's going to cause problems. If I'm speaking about, even when I'm having a conversation with somebody on the platform, and I'm like, let's just take Madani, who's like, let's give the whole damn, you know, let's pay for daycare, let's pay for this, let's do all that. And I'm like, where's this money going to come from? Well, if my husband was a socialist or far left leaning, he's not going to understand me, and then I'm going to have to not be myself to make this work with my husband. I don't think bipartisan relationships like that work. That some people say, but opposites attract. I get it all. But I feel that you follow your husband's lead. So I do feel like it matters. I do like that Charlie Kirk spoke on this. He was speaking to a university student, and they were and the guy was considering marrying this girl, and Charlie Kirk was like, is she Republican or Democrat? When he said Democrat, he was like, run. I don't know about that extreme. I do think that the relationships can work, but if you are truly into politics like I am, and you're truly like just and these values like matter, I just think these things are hard. I just think it's hard.
Well, again, my mother worked for Shirley Chisholm, the Unwed Mothers Program, and my father worked for Adam Clayton Powell. And even though he was a Republican, you know, Adam was a very interesting person. So it was interesting to have those dynamics. We were in the thick, but here's the interesting part. My mother is very progressive, but my father was also very progressive, and he was never going to. My mother's dream was to become a nurse. That's what she did. He supported that 1,050, and he did the same for me. I want you to go study, go travel, see the world. Come back, you know, start a family and all that other stuff, you know, all that, whatever. I did half of that, but the bottom line is, he was very supportive of my mother. And just because my mother was progressive and a career woman, that didn't mean that she didn't submit to my father, because my father was an awesome man, an awesome Christian man. And he was like, he's stubborn, all of those kind of great things and whatnot. But the bottom line was, he was supportive of her. And she understood that. He provided. He was excellent in terms of investments. When Bell, I don't know if y'all remember, but Unc, you remember Bell, right? Yeah. And when my Bell deregulated, Bell South, Bell of New York, Pennsylvania Bell, California, right. And then my father was like, hey, we getting ready to invest. And then my mother was like, okay. My mother was a nurse. She didn't know much about investments until that particular point. And then he started investing in, different companies and Verizon, all that kind of stuff. And she was like, okay, let's do it. You see? And so when you have people who can understand, hey, my father would be like, look, you do this, you do that, and then my mother would do this and do that. Certain men have certain weaknesses. When I say weaknesses, strengths. Certain women have certain strengths, and that's what you do in the marriage. That's what building is about. Because if one person does everything, that right there in and of itself, it'll tell you it's gonna fall. Because as soon as that person dies or gets sick, or they sprain an ankle or they sprain a finger, guess what's going to happen? The whole everything that you built is going to go down, because it was built on just one person. That's not what a marriage is all about. And so you make sure my father, he made sure my mother went on and finished her nursing in New York. And he waited and worked, and then she made sure that he finished up, some of his master's certification. So the bottom line is that's what you do. And it's not about, all that wonky stuff that people be talking about, your man and all that stuff. You're supposed to do that anyway. Your man is supposed to support you if he sees you as a valued entity, a valued human being.
I agree.
But that's all. And I mean, like, that's the bottom line. Like, I don't know, all this wonky boom, boom, stuff that people, my father, I love my father. My father put me on game.
Damage, I love that. My wife submits unless it's a fair octave. She keeps my emotions in check. You have an awesome wife. I'm glad you have that. Yeah,
and a husband submits. And a husband submits, because that's the word. You submit unto each other.
You submit
and if you learn the Bible is written in the Amharic, you will understand when the Bible is written in the Amharic, and what you learn is that's the interpretation, not this wonky stuff that people one-sided stuff.
Because you have to submit. That's why I know me. Because I am a submissive woman. I believe that. I believe what the Bible says for wives to submit to your husbands, to your own husbands. Don't go submit to somebody else's husband now. I got said it on social media. Which is why I would not choose a Democratic husband.
Yes, you will.
Huh?
Yes, you will.
You said I will? Are you okay?
Yes, you will.
I wouldn't even put myself in that situation. It's not about you. I think that
Philadelphia is the birthplace of democracy.
I think that now wait a minute. I said that. I spoke too fast. Some Democrats are conservative. I've met them.
I'm fiscally conservative. Absolutely. I am fiscally conservative. That's why I believe that there's a total mismanagement of money all around government, in all aspects, in all areas of government.
America is winning. We're winning in Iran. We have the best country in the world, and we are not meant to be a socialist country. Carry on.
Well, I didn't say socialism.
That was a few. That was a few. That was just me. And I get these comments that come through on my community wall, and I'm like, keep crying on my community walls, my fellow citizens. I love it. Sorry, you guys. I'm tired. I get kind of goofy, but
hey, Zero Lightness, what's going on? What's up,
you
Doc?
guys be killing me on my community wall, you guys. But I appreciate y'all communication with me. You guys even notice that I take time out to respond to you guys. You don't see a lot of people do that. I take the time to talk to you guys. I do a lot, you guys. Thank y'all for being members. I appreciate you guys. I do a lot, and
yes, you do. Hey, Aaron.
I put in the work every day, but even by me responding, can I get somebody together real quick on my community wall? Do you mind?
Uh-oh. Here we go. Lord.
Damn it. Do I say that a lot? Let me get somebody together. I'm not going to go off, you guys.
I know her tagline is, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, it's going to be a t-shirt. I'm telling you.
You know what? That's that. You're a Y generation, right? She's a millennial. So that's what they say.
Let me get y'all together real quick on my community wall. Somebody was listening to my commentary. Some of you now this isn't even my political commentary. Some of y'all went way back.
Uh-oh.
And that's what you do. Even when you're talking about politics, no offense, Claude. When I'm talking about something, you want to go way back to something that doesn't even matter. So one of you on my community wall, I'm not even going to give you I'm not even going to bring this person's name out under one of my posts. No, actually, it was under my video. You disgust me. You are gross. You talk about your sobriety commentary and you're high. Let me tell y'all something. I don't give a damn about what you guys say about me. I think that some of you jump in my community posts just to say stuff. When have I ever said that I came out and drank? And if I chose to drink, it's my journey and it's my business and it's my thing to do. But when I talk about going to a restaurant and having a drink or having a margarita, I'm talking about a virgin drink. Everybody knows I like mocktails. Everybody knows that I feel that some of you don't have anything better to do but jump under my community post because you're bored and you want to be seen. If I don't like someone, I just nothing them. I don't come to their channels. I don't go under their videos looking for little things. I'm not gonna convince you guys. If you think that me with my bright eyes, okay, all this lusciousness I got, if you think that I'm using, then I want to see other addicts that look like me. I come on camera because I'm healthy and I talk about things that matter. So none of you got my attention. You will be blocked under my community post. Listen, I don't need y'all distractions. If you feel that I'm doing something wrong, don't watch me, period. Because the only gross person are these trolls that like to bother you and take away from your commentary. Now, how about that? Thank you for the Cash App. Now carry on. No refunds needed. Why would you send me a Cash App to check my community wall? So does that make me dumb? Does it make you dumb? Thank you for the Cash App. Bye. So listen. If it wasn't for the Cash Apps that y'all give me, I wouldn't even address you guys. I appreciate it. I think like this. Everybody's not for you. Again, I do look at my comments and I respond to you guys. I communicate with you guys because you guys do matter. Your opinion matters and your voice matters. And whether you're Republican, Democrat, or the other one, I'm not going to silence you. I'm going to let you speak.
Other one.
You got to let me respond to you. Right. Now, TC, ever since you've known me, my beliefs have been the same. They haven't changed.
I don't think so.
So I appreciate the fact that you just accept me for who I am.
I always have.
Disagree, and I accept you for who you are, whether I agree with you or not. For the most part, I agree with you. I agree with what you say.
Absolutely. Listen, so at the end of the day,
I'm hyper.
Food, clothing, water, and shelter.
Yeah.
A good a worthy retirement, a worthy, being able to, a place where you can give back to other people. I don't think that. I think that's what all Americans want, and I think that whether or not you're Republican or Democrat, that's what all Americans want.
That's what y'all want. That's what we all want. It doesn't matter what side of the fence that you're on. There's good and bad people in both parties. I'm not going to
there you go.
Guys that there's not problems. You see what's happening with the is he a Republican? Hold on. Let me fact check real quick. I think he's a Republican. No, this motherfucker's a Democrat. Exactly. You guys got to tighten up your morals. What, Claude? Tighten up your morals, okay? Because you guys like to talk about the Republican Party. Y'all got scandals over scandals, okay? There's a lot of scandals happening right now within your party. Get it together.
In cycles, and it all comes in cycles. Everybody has their turn. Everybody has their turn.
Mm-hmm. I love this. I actually was sent this video.
See.
Go ahead. Don't wait for me. I'm pulling up a video. But I'm just like, get it together. See, Republicans like morals and let me stop.
She was when she said, "Oh, this guy's a Democrat." I mean, he just can't hide it. She just can't hide it. She tries to. Oh, yeah. Okay.
What can't I hide? How long I've been here? Okay, who's still good?
When she comes over to the East Coast, I'm gonna introduce her to some Democrats. Take pictures, get receipts.
I want to go. So I was planning on going next month, but I can't bring my son now because his dad is concerned about what's happening in New York with Madani. And
Lord have mercy.
So I'm like, okay, I gotta replan. I can go by myself. I still plan on taking my son to the Capitol, but I can go by myself. I'll just be able to do more and cover more ground. Are y'all afraid to film with me in New York? Because MU comes on camera. But if you guys are in the New York area, there's an MU coming your way.
I would I
We're
don't.
gonna go to City Hall and see Mandani.
Yes. Take her to see Mandani. I'm gonna take you to see a bunch of folks. Hakeem Jeffries.
You see her face?
Yeah, come on down. Come on down. You're the next contestant.
You see the mayor.
I would meet
right to City Hall.
But you know what? My mentor always said his best friend was a converted enemy. And he was a diehard Democrat growing up. But then once he got older, he became a Republican black man. He lived to 108 years old.
Oh,
and then Nigo, you can come up if you want to. If you want to ask me. I'm not familiar with that. But
how you feel about the CIA members? Lord have mercy. Stuff that is so untouchable.
I'm not familiar with that. CIA members in North. What happened? They ended up driving off a cliff. Are y'all familiar with that story, or I don't know about that. But I kind of, from just what you said right there, I kind of have an opinion. I don't like to give an opinion on something that I don't know about, so I won't. I'll have to look it up. People are protesting in front of what place? Now, you guys, when I start covering the news again, which will probably be by Friday, if I get a response back, we will cover what's happening in New York and Mandani. And would I want to meet him? Sure, why not? Sure.
Yeah. Look at you. Oh my gosh. There we go. Today is the day, y'all. Today is the day. 4/22. Don't forget it. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
I'm gonna play that number 422.
Me too. I'm gonna play it.
Truth be told, just like I went to the No Kings protest, I was there with everyone else, because I feel like if I'm gonna bring you guys, anytime I can have boots on the ground,
there you go.
Boots on the ground. If I wasn't working, I'll be boots on the ground full time. That would be my whole channel, like Midas.
Good for you. You know what? And it's just about expanding your horizons. Here's the thing. You don't have to fall in love with them. But you know what? Just the respect that you just gave, not only to him, but to your country, to you, to women. Because let me tell you something. Women, a lot of times when we don't like somebody, I don't want to talk to them. I'm not going to talk to them. I mean, I'm guilty. But the bottom line is, today is the day my dad. Oh wow, Zero.
Sorry, Zero. I'm so sorry.
Oh wow. Prayers going up for you and your family on this day. So Zero. Wow. Whew.
Sometimes I'm sorry. I'll see from certain people like Damage or Zero or my mods, and some of your comments I see and I highlighted. I didn't.
Absolutely. Zero's amazing.
After, so I wouldn't have highlighted that if I would have read it first. My apologies.
Oh wow. No. That's fine. 2012. Okay.
Let me look at 2 CIA affiliate officers died in a vehicle.
Do your thing. MU.
Okay, I didn't hear about this. Let me go on mute real fast. You guys go ahead.
And then when she comes to Philly, I'm going to introduce her to some others. And some on both sides of the aisle, and then when she gets down to DC, she'll be able to meet her buddy, DT.
Yeah,
that would be an awesome trip.
Well, I mean, he's the president. Plus, let's face it, he is. I mean, he's iconic.
Absolutely.
He's an iconic figure. I mean, he's probably in the top. It's easy. He's easily one of the top 20 most famous men in the world. So I mean, have to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Have to be fair. Hey, I've met Mayor Adams, so you know. In fact, I even had a chance to shake his hand. We spoke a little bit.
Exactly.
So, I mean, he seemed like a very nice guy. He was a terrible mayor, but he was a very nice. He was a nice guy.
Right. I agree with you on that. There's sometimes, they may not have been the best in the office, if you will, but a regular Joe, a regular Jane, or a regular guy, regular gal, you be surprised when you open up. I say there's some people who are great content creators and good people, and then there's some of them that's not good at nothing, and then there's some that are just some good people, but they're not the best content creators. So and on and on. Listen, life is life. Go places and check it out.
Do you
Check
guys
out the
mind if I
world.
watch this? Hey, Sassy, y'all mind if I kind of peek at this? I won't watch the whole thing with you guys, but I'm curious.
Okay.
You mind?
I'm
You guys okay?
I'm gonna drop down, y'all. Okay.
Oh, TC, I appreciate you for. Wait, let me move my video. I appreciate. Oh wait, I did. I went the wrong way. Hold on.
she removed us.
That's fine.
I miss my videos. TC, I appreciate you. You always come with knowledge. Now y'all know I'm treading lightly. But on a side note, I think my chin. I don't want to get too excited. But I might be okay, you guys. I got one more pill to go through. One more, and I think we're good. I'll be playing my clips again. But anyways, it doesn't mean that YouTube will push them out though. That's a different story. I might still be shadow banned, but nevertheless, TC, I definitely enjoy talking to you. Now, I do joke a lot when I'm like, the Democrat system. Well, not really joke, but I just appreciate you for what you bring, your commitment to school and knowledge, HBCUs and all that stuff that you stand for. You're consistent and you are, I enjoy you. And I just appreciate you for your support. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I really do. Not a lot of times people say thank you, but I do appreciate
I definitely
it.
want to say thank you. And if you are a person that goes live or anybody else in my chat too, leave me a comment under a video because I'll see that in my notifications. Because I won't see that you go live or that you posted something. You can let me know and I'll check it out. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, I do have a channel. I am doing. I've had a channel for a minute. I deal with parents, and things of that nature, and because of their privacy, I have to keep. I'm very private, and I'm very protective of my working parents, my working class American people in these walls, you know what I'm saying, because people don't first of all, they don't appreciate education, and they just want to see who they can scam, if you will. So I protect them, and that's why I have another channel and another part of YouTube land. I will let y'all know. You and Unc will be, I have a structure and things of that nature. And I have a lot of parents. And so after I get past this season, I put an infrastructure together that will make sure that I can safeguard my parents, nobody doxing them and things of that nature. And I know that you'll understand that.
I do. Absolutely.
Okay.
You have a lot of us in the chat. Appreciate you.
So, and I thank you, chat. I'll talk to you all later. Yes.
Good night, sis.
All right.
Take care, TC.
Right.
Thank you.
I'm going to be listening. Thanks, Unc. Talk to you later. Yeah. Peace.
I enjoy TC. Our relationship has definitely evolved and again, she's one of the first that has being able to explain, not just say, oh, I don't like Donald. Actually, so I speak before Donald Trump was in office. Oh, I don't like Republicans. She didn't really do that. Like, she was able to explain like the policies that she doesn't like. And we spoke policies, not really individuals. And I can appreciate that. Debate the policies. Damage says this. Oh, wait, that's the point. I'm sorry what you're going through, MU. People need to realize the damage they're doing when they report individuals because you don't agree with their stances or beliefs. Yes, damage. And I what I'm worried about, so far I've been winning on the appeals, but I'm kind of worried since the algorithm is a machine. I don't know if they actually, it's like, I'm worried if I don't win some of the appeals, but so far it's been good. I know that people don't agree with me. I know that people get on my panel and they're mad at MU, but yes, I have a space where we can all come here and chat, and but people get really angry with me. But it's okay. I knew that I would be risking it when I made this kind of commentary. I knew that. I want to watch it as well, American. Yeah, let me play that for you. I knew that was a risk I was taking because the channels that I watched ended up going to like Rumble and other platforms to where you can speak more freely. I censor myself a lot over here. I censor myself a lot. Because I have to. So I already knew this would happen someday, but I didn't really think I was a large enough channel to where it would happen, but it's okay. Let's watch this video and let me know what you think. Everything I share is for educational fair use purposes.
100 feet off a cliff. And now new questions about their reported ties to the CIA. Senior foreign policy correspondent Jillian Turner is live at the State Department with the latest. Jillian.
Good afternoon to you, John. New bombshell reporting out now that these U.S. officials who were killed over the weekend, alleged to be U.S. embassy officials assigned there, were in fact CIA operatives who were working on a Mexican cartel drug bust. This, according to the Washington Post. Now, Mexico's president, Claudia Sheinbaum, says that Americans were not authorized to be in that region of the country and may have in fact violated Mexico's national security laws.
No teníamos conocimiento.
We were not aware of any direct work or coordination between the state of Chihuahua and personnel from the U.S. Embassy in Mexico. So we are requesting all the information from the government of Chihuahua and also from the United States government and reviewing whether there is any violation of the national security law.
At this site, it was a suspected chemical drug lab run by Mexican cartels. U.S. as well as Mexican officials managed to seize chemical reactors, mixing instruments and storage containers, gas tanks, all this in a rural part of Mexico's Chihuahua region, where these two American officials and actually two Mexican officials also with the local Chihuahua State Investigation Agency all died.
There was a convoy of 5 vehicles. The crashed vehicle was in front, leading the convoy. It was nighttime. We are talking about around 2 a.m., and it appears to have skidded in one area and fallen into a ravine, causing the pickup truck to explode.
So all of this, John, as you can imagine, raises some meaty questions about the U.S. relationship with Mexico. President Trump, as you well know, often touts his closeness with Mexico's president. She is now calling out the United States and saying, your officials weren't authorized to be here. She's also investigating, as I mentioned earlier, to see now whether they violated any national security laws. And, John, all this against the backdrop of these two countries trying to renegotiate the USMCA trade deal right now. John.
And we'll see what President Trump has to say about this now that all these details are coming to light.
Yeah,
Jillian Turner for us. Jillian, thanks.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News
you guys. How did I miss that? How did I miss that?
So DHS still without funding as the Senate moves toward a key vote that
I want more. So not authorized to be there. I'm interested. Wait, how do I get rid of this? How do I get rid of this? Hold on. Let me come back to you guys. What? Oh, congratulations, Damage. So how did I miss that? Oh my goodness, I feel horrible. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm up and I don't know how I missed it. I know how I missed it. I was feeling a little down about things, and I was so tired of this YouTube thing that I've been going through that over the weekend. had to once I was done with the appeal process, I did stuff that felt good all weekend and I shut it all off. So I missed it. I missed what happened over the weekend. My apologies, you guys. I just felt like a little overwhelmed. That's okay. Big up. Congrats on Pride. Yeah, Damage, that is awesome. Claude, that's crazy, huh?
That is insane.
Because he wasn't the type to take yourself out. That is crazy. I'm reading up on it right now. And
yeah, I have to do more research.
Thank you, for bringing this to me. So they brought out, so the intelligence from the CIA reportedly, you guys, the story is still developing. I don't like to bring you guys things that I haven't thoroughly researched, so I'm treading lightly right now. But it looks like it's the one that got El Mencho. I don't believe they died in a car accident, though. Do you guys? They said the vehicle skidded off the road. I'm having problems with this. Dang, this is sad.
Yeah, I have to look into it more.
This is sad, you guys. Let me hold off on this story so I can properly vet it. Okay, let me. That is interesting.
That's.
I want more. Get them. Oh, you can talk, Claude. I don't need the dead air. I was just
thinking I'm definitely going to have to look into it more. Find out more information.
I want to hear Trump's response. We all like hearing from Trump. Can he respond?
Yeah.
Claude?
Yeah, excuse me?
Oh, don't you want to hear from Trump?
I guess.
Lord.
Oh man, my charger.
This is short. I swear. I don't know. Okay, you guys, don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. I know. I'm not playing Trump right now, per se. Claude, this stuff is important. Okay?
I know.
Like, get rid of your TDS and let's look at what's happening in the world.
I don't have TDS.
You have TDS.
He's still orange.
He's not orange. He's tan.
Bright red.
See, that's a problem. You guys are focused on the wrong things. Okay.
I'm agreeing with you. He's not orange.
Here we go. Let's bring it back to why you all come watch me in the first place.
Good evening, I'm Bill Malugin, and this is your Fox News report. President Trump is extending the ceasefire with Iran, but the U.S. blockade will continue until Iran submits a proposal. Vice President J.D. Vance was set to travel to Pakistan for peace talks, but that trip is now
I had to throw it in there.
And Iran isn't confirming whether it will show up. Virginia voters are deciding whether to pass a measure redrawing congressional maps. The plan could boost Democrats' seats in the divided U.S. House and increase their chances of gaining control in November. More than 1.3 million ballots were cast in early voting. 2 CIA employees reportedly killed in a crash in Mexico. This following a counter-narcotics operation in Chihuahua over the weekend. Mexico's president, Claudia Sheinbaum, says they did not have permission to be there. She's now ordering an investigation into whether any national security laws were broken. Spirit Airlines is in trouble, and President Trump is suggesting the federal government might have to help them out. The discount carrier is struggling to bounce back after filing its second bankruptcy due to rising debt. With thousands of jobs at risk, Trump says he's considering a bailout, but he'd love for someone to buy the airline. NASA's newest space telescope takes center stage. The Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope will survey vast areas of the cosmos and map millions of galaxies. The telescope will head to Florida for a launch as early as this fall. In New York, I'm Bill Malugin. Have a great night.
That wasn't a lot, you guys. Okay, so let me do my homework on this story. Let me just do my homework. Because I like to Okay, I'll have to just do my homework on it. Sad.
Yeah.
The crash just seems suspect, not Voltaire. It just does. They said they didn't have the right to be there. I feel some kind of way about this story. I don't like to see one of our own unalive.
Yeah, and in this case, it's two, and want to find out if, in fact, these guys are telling the truth, whether they said we weren't authorized to be there or not. I want to know what the basis is that is about.
Really damaged. Now that's interesting. Did you guys hear that they have American veterans training and fighting the cartels? Thank you guys for telling me all this stuff so I can go and research it so we can come back. No, I did not hear. I didn't hear. Man, it's so much. So much. Claude, go to bed. Go sleep.
I'm trying. I know I have to. I'm exhausted. This has been.
Go to bed. I'm crazy. I don't sleep a lot. That's just me. I just don't try to keep up with me.
It's 4:45 here.
Go to bed. Y'all know what I do because I sleep. So I sometimes I stream late and then I'll sleep for like what time did we get done yesterday? Like 4 in the morning.
Oh, it was 7:30 here. It was 7:30 here yesterday.
Nobody tried to stay up with me. So then I got up at 6:30. Actually, I think I slept in a little bit. I think I slept in till like 7. No, I'm
only got an hour and a half.
I sleep early. But then I go to work, I do my day, I get my workout in, and then I sleep for like 3 to 4 hours before I come live. So when I come live, I'm like, let's go. Well, today I was battling a lot of people, so I didn't sleep today like I usually do, but Claude had me in battles. So I didn't get my sleep in. Yeah, you did. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
But Claude, go lead. This is when I don't. Have you guys not noticed that Claude has been more outspoken, more I don't know what's gotten into him.
I've always been always spoken my mind.
No,
I'm supposed to do that.
you have to. You have to. You got to speak your mind. You got to speak your mind. I have these Trump cliff notes for you though that I just have to keep little by little spoon feeding you this information, and you'll be okay. You'll be okay.
Yeah. He's still at a B-.
That's okay.
That's fine. It's better than Biden.
Biden, that's another story for another day. There's a lot of veterans that are acting in murders for wow. Is that good or bad?
It's bad. It's horrible.
How did I miss something? Damage. Wow. Yeah, there's like a lot.
Yeah, this world.
I've never been asleep. I always feel like I'm missing out. Yeah, I've never have been either damaged. That's why I did just fine in the military because I don't sleep a lot. I got kids. I got like well, my kids don't take that. My kids are bigger now. But I feel there's so much. I'm a reader. I like to read. I love studying. I kind of wish, I don't know why I didn't take political science in college, but that's okay. I love psychology. But I like to study a lot, and I just like to do a lot. And plus, I'm active. Even sitting here, I'm going to start streaming upstairs as I, expand on my commentary in my little area. Because it's hard for me to sit here for hours. I'm sitting here, and I'm like, whew. And some of you critique me so much that y'all keep saying, oh, I'm going back to doing this. I must be high. Y'all love saying that. But really, you just don't like my commentary. No ways. Everybody's sober over here. Sober-minded. And I know exactly what I'm talking about. There's nothing wrong with my brain. I carry almost a 4.0 GPA. I'm doing very well in school.
Excellent.
Almost. Sometimes, like the classes that are harder for me, like right now, I need a statistics class, and it's not that it's hard for me, but it's time consuming. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I've got to sit here and put all this stuff together because I need statistics, and I have to take a dance class, which is a no-brainer. And then I'll officially, I just need I'm 2 classes away from the associate's degree, and then I have a year for my bachelor's because I'm working on them at the same time, and it's just been a lot. It's just been a lot, but it's good. It's good. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for every opportunity. And listen, when Claude, if you don't go to bed,
no, I was saying good.
Nobody shakes their head that deeply. Nobody shakes their head that deeply. Claude, just go to bed. Just go to bed. I got this. I don't even know why. Listen, it's okay to go to sleep. It's okay.
I'm awake. I was just going like this, like, wow, you're doing a great job. Oh my gosh. Almost a 4.0 GPA is nothing to sneeze at. Bow down. My gosh. Oh my gosh.
You're open. I'm always open to listen, Damage. Always.
Thanks, Damage.
Thank you guys. But and I share these things with you guys, not because I'm bragging, not because I'm boasting, because really people can look at me and just be like, oh, she's not crap. She used to have a habit, whatever. People are going to say what they're going to say. But I share these things with you guys because not only do I give commentary on the things that I feel is important, I stand by everything that I say. And you are responsible for you're responsible for your happiness. You're responsible for your circumstances. Yes, sometimes bad things happen to good people. We're not talking about stuff like that. We're just talking about overcoming, looking at things and having a better life today. And those are the things that I can stand by what I say. And I've been very transparent because I wanted you guys to see what I'm talking about. You can see I come on camera, I look at you guys in the lenses, and some of you have followed me. Some of you have followed me for a while. I set little goals, right? Little goals. And I'll accomplish it. Like I told you guys, wait a minute, I'm about to be a year sober. Like that was my goal in 2 years. And then I told you guys I'm gonna go to school. I went to school and I graduated. I said I was gonna move out of the place that I was in. I said I was gonna do this and that. And I did these things on camera. Not only does it hold me accountable, it holds me accountable, but I wanted people to know, wait a minute, if she could do it, I can do it. And that's why I take the time out to respond to your comments. I respond to your emails. I respond to you on Instagram. I respond to you on TikTok. And I respond to you on my community wall because I am invested in you. And you guys have invested in me as well. It's a two-way street. I come on, even if you don't like my political views, you have to understand. You just have to understand that I've just evolved, right? And I've always been interested in politics. That's the reason I joined the military, because I love this country. But I also understand that there's a lot of things that happens in this country. Claude speaks about an experience that he went through. That's his experience. It may not be my commentary, but that's still his experience. But that's why he goes over there and I support Claude, and he can talk about his experience. And I'll show up, right, Claude? I show up.
Yes, you do. No question about it.
Even if it gets heated, I'm always supporting him. I don't know if I'm making sense to you guys. If you don't
You're
like
making plenty of sense.
Like this. But part of the things that I love about this channel is it allows me to be myself, because I got kicked out of all the other spaces I've been in because they found out that I was Republican, and that's okay. But it allows me to be myself. It allows me to share, like, as I get stronger. I'm coming up on my 4-year sobriety birthday, May 21st. It's a big deal to me. But I look at some people that I'm talking to, you guys, even as they're arguing with me, battling me, a lot of people online are miserable and they're lying to you guys like everything is so perfect and they feel this way. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be very transparent. I'm going to talk to you guys about things that matter. And I'm going to stand by everything that I talk about. I didn't get on welfare. I didn't get any government handouts and things like that. I said I got myself in a situation. I'm gonna get myself out of a situation. I didn't ask for a handout. I didn't ask for any program to save me. I said that I have to do the work. And when you do the work yourself, you appreciate it, you have gratitude for it, and who knows, maybe you'll pay it forward. And I pay it forward. But I set small goals because I live in this country that has a lot of opportunity, but you have to take the opportunity. And I said, you know what? There's nothing stopping me but me. And when I graduated the first program, I'm like, whoa, like this is working. This is working. And why? Because some people are just like, oh, she can't do it. And when I first started to do it, sometimes when you set these goals, you got a lot of obstacles of people telling you what you can't do, but that's their fear. That's they're telling you what they can't do. So I didn't listen to anybody. I kind of kept it to myself. I told you guys, hey, I'm gonna go to school. People are lying to you guys, and I wasn't really in school. I wasn't really doing all these things. I don't need to. That's why I don't argue with people about my sobriety. I don't need to. You see that I'm in school. You see that I travel. You see these things, and I show you guys. Because I don't want to ever be those people that get online and that sell you a story. I'll never do that. I use my own experiences. And with those experiences, I say, wow, we live in this country. We live in this country to where you can be whatever you want to be within reason. Don't go saying you want to be an astronaut. You never graduated from high school. Okay, be reasonable. You can be whatever you want to be. I chose not to use government programs and handouts. You know why? You're not going to tell me how much I can earn. If I get on welfare, I can't make over a certain amount without worrying about losing my benefits. And I think that you can overcome. If you know what people say about you and what people think about you, you can be whatever. You can overcome that. People are always going to talk about you and put you down, and it's up to you to push past that. And anytime you're telling me something, I'm going to look into it. And that's why I listen to you guys, even if I disagree with you. Because somewhere in there, there's a gem. Unless you're trolling me. Somewhere in there, we can agree on things. Put the person aside. You guys may not like Donald Trump. Fine. Some of you like Donald Trump. Put the person aside and look at the policy. Is it in America's best interest to protect our borders and to make people come into this country legally? The same way you have to enter every other country legally, because they're not playing with you. You don't get to protest in these other countries. So I look at stuff like that with my nice, healthy brain, and I do not worry about the criticism. I don't worry about the flagging my channel and all those kind of things. I knew that was a risk I was taking. And I'm going to continue to strive and reach my goals. And for those of you that like this kind of commentary, and those of you that can appreciate how real I come on here, then I rock with you. And for those of you that don't, stop crying under my community post. You can cry. But that's my spill. I'm not trying to badger you guys with my commentary. That's just how I see things, and that's just how it is. I was a Republican before Donald Trump was even in office, and that's just because I believe in traditional values, and I believe in the Constitution. I stand for the Constitution, and whatever's good for this country, even if it hurts me personally, as far as like, man, you know, I turn down these programs and stuff like that because in the long run, it does not benefit our country. It doesn't benefit our country. It doesn't benefit our country to have DEI. Be mad at me. It doesn't benefit our country. It just creates more of a division. And that's just how it is.
We're allowed to disagree. And sometimes I don't like when people try and force their views on other people. And plus, you don't want to censor anybody either. You just don't want to do that. You know, you want to hear both sides before you form your own opinion, because you can always learn.
Claude does bring balance. Claude brings balance.
Go ahead.
Because sometimes I get so, but he does bring balance, and I do feel that he's fair. Trump is not orange. I think that's
he's pretty hard.
There's policies that you have to again, it's more about it's not even about the person, it's about the policies. And that's why you guys hear me talk about Mandani and Ilhan and people like them, because I don't agree with their policies. I don't agree with it. I think that people have a problem with. I don't have a problem if you're wealthier than I am. I don't have a problem if you have more than me. It's all about what I can do, and you have to be happy with the life that you create. You have to be happy. I'm sorry. We just need someone. Yeah, you guys have to be happy, but yeah, you get it. Life is not easy. Life is not easy, you guys. But I do truly love you guys, and I appreciate y'all's support so much. Like Claude, I do appreciate your support, and it's been heated these last few days, and
Yeah.
and it's been heated, but
I mean that's par for the course when you're dealing with politics. Sometimes we're not going to agree on everything, and that's okay. I have to be fair on that. I mean, there are going to be times where it's going to be heated sometimes. I'm not snoring. Where is that coming from? My goodness.
oh no.
Yeah.
We love you guys. Also, panels always. I'll love you back, truth be told. And again, I know that some of the things I say make people like upset, but Claude, stand your ground. Okay, so Zero. Okay, so where we are right now, Zero. The person that Claude blocked didn't get unblocked. I tried, and Claude feels how he feels, and Claude stands his ground. Claude is not a pushover, you guys. Some of you that haven't watched him. Now, people on this channel knows that Claude and I have heated discussions sometimes. I'm still shocked by his views, but yeah, Zero. He's standing his ground, and I can't do anything about it. And that's just how it is. Claude feels how he feels. Claude supports MU, and my chat. You guys support me. Doc, MU is a softie. I've always been a softie, Zero. I've always been very forgiving and all those kind of things. But you guys have always had my back, and I appreciate it. Claude, you know when I go to these places,
You've been a great hostess, to be fair. I say you've been a great hostess, to be fair as well.
I can be a little tough. I can be.
Well, that's fine. That's fine.
So I was trying to. So I was somewhere, and they were asking me. I don't want to tell you guys the channel too much. Let me get a little bit more comfortable over there. And they're just like, I don't know. I really consider my commentary non-biased, and I actually consider it more independent than anything. But they didn't consider it like that, so I don't know. Huh?
It's right leaning.
You said it's right?
It's right leaning. You know it is.
It could be. It could be. But I hope that when I'm sharing stuff, I do bring both sides to the table. It could be right leaning. That's not what I mean. But when I go places, I don't really identify either way. I kind of just jump on, go and speak, and then I let people decide on their own. But man, people are rough. You come out and they think you're conservative. They're trying to compare me to Nick Fuentes. There is no way anybody could think I'm that far right.
He's rougher than Kirk. I think Kirk, even if you didn't agree with him, I think he gives you a fair shake. Fuentes, yeah, I think he tried to give people a fair shake. Fuentes, not so much. I think Fuentes is sort of
with anyone.
He's on the radical Fuentes. I'm sorry.
He's far right. He's far right. He's far right. I think But I think Jasmine Crockett, I hate to make this comparison, is far left. Anything far is extreme. Miss Under Fuentes got, oh Lord, Dragon, you don't lost your mind. Are you okay? I think that anything far leaves little room for interpretation. I don't care if it's Jasmine Crockett who says, hire me because I'm Black, or another person who says Blacks aren't intelligent as white people. Anything that far leaves, because that's what Fuentes says, leaves little room for interpretation. So I question. Thank you. You can remove this, lost his mind. Anything like that. So I'm like right there, just in the middle, because I always have to have room to interpret what you're saying and make my own decisions. Like I said, I have friends from the left that I do now, that I really appreciate.
I like the way you said, I do now. I like the way you said, I do now.
My circle of friends in Palm Springs are all conservative. They're all conservative. My child's father's independent, but most of them are, but they're all right leaning. Maybe all of them. But I've made more friends, like I've made genuine friends with this channel. I made genuine friends, and they're Democrat or they're independent, and I thoroughly enjoy them. People separate themselves from me when somehow it gets out, like either watch my channel or they find out that I do support the Trump administration. Look what's happening with Chile. Look what's happening with these celebrities, and they find out that they're Republican. They want to cancel them. But when I'm not going to come out here and apologize and cry and beg for support, I'm not going to do that. The way Chile and some of these other celebrities are doing, you're not going to pressure me or bully me to no.
Yeah,
conservative. Proud of it. That's it. I'm gonna stand by what I believe. I think it's important to stand on what you believe, and I'm not gonna change that. But when I see what's happening with people that they call MAGA or they're right-leaning or conservative, they want to silence them. Look at how they want to silence me on my own platform. Look at how they want to flag me because they don't like what I said because I hurt their feelings. Like, I just think it's ridiculous. It's problematic to say that you have to vote like this to be accepted, and this is the right way, and you're good. It's problems.
Yeah, that's cult type behavior. It's not good.
Well, Claude, you ready to get some rest?
Oh gosh, I need to. Oh goodness, I don't know how much rest I'm going to get, but I'm definitely going to lay down as soon as possible.
Why don't you get some sleep and
rest
your brain? I think you've had enough MU for one day.
It's so funny.
Yeah. You've had enough.
I can manage, I guess. But
Claude,
thank you so much.
Sleep. You gotta go to sleep.
I am. I have to. I definitely.
I don't want you snapping on MU throughout the day and mad at MU.
But I thank you so much once again for being a gracious hostess. I know we get into it sometimes, and listen, I can't say this won't be the last time. I hope it's not as bad. I mean, but I know we're gonna have our, but we'll.
It's because Good Morning, Henny. It's because those views that you kept hidden that I felt like, oh no, we're not doing it. We're not doing it right now. I just kind of felt like, wow, you're on a channel almost every night, and I didn't know that you had these harbored feelings against Donald Trump. We'll work on it. You're entitled to your opinion. Even if it's wrong.
It's not wrong.
Focus on Donnie.
You'll meet him in New York. Gonna go to City Hall. Go meet him.
Awesome. I'll blog. I'll be the first to blog. How are you hitting? But Claude, it is what it is. What it is. Like David said, we can't all be perfect. Can't all be perfect. Don't sleep on Newsom. Oh, I can't stand that.
What's your buddy?
I can't stand. I could do a whole stream on Gavin. I do a whole stream.
And with that, I'm going to try and get some rest.
Okay.
Thank you so much, and good morning, Mom.
Good morning. Dang. Why do I get so close to the camera after all those hours of streaming? You guys put a huge smile on my face. I'm praying for our country. And when I tell you guys I am so grateful for all of you, I'm grateful for just you guys allowing me to be myself. And I'm growing a lot. I'm learning a lot, you guys. And I can't wait to get back on the news for a bit. But again, bear with me. Bear with me. Let me get things taken care of. I do see your comments. Maybe one day I'll do a stream and read your comments live. I think you guys will be surprised at how much I listen to all day. Good morning, LaDawn. Good morning. It's been a lot, LaDawn. Yesterday was draining. I don't think I hit so many links. Because when I'm angry, you guys, or when I want to get my point across, I'll go places where I normally don't go. You may not know what I'm talking about when I said that, but if I see someone, I'm going to get them. Hey, Amy, sorry. My friend was way heavy on my mind 3 years ago. Oh, your friend, Doc, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. It's okay. I was feeling kind of heavy too. I was busy, girl. I don't know what's going on. I don't entertain the nonsense anymore. You can't, LaDawn. You can't. LaDawn, when are you going live again? Don't entertain nonsense because you'll get caught up and you will. I think we got to be careful of what we listen to, what we hear. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. Someone sent me like death messages today. I thought I had this person blocked, and they sent me these messages. When I tell you guys, they sent me messages about Claude, sent me messages. I'm just sharing this with you guys because I don't appreciate the death threats. Sometimes I want to post it on my community wall, but I'm not going to bring you guys garbage. Some of you just are too overly invested in other people's life. I cut a lot of people out of my life, and I'm really good at no contact, to where if you threaten me, if you come at me crazy in that kind of way, we will never have another conversation. There won't be a day that we make up. There will not be a day that we reconcile. And some people have trouble moving on. But as you see people losing their life, and you see these stories online, which I'll get into it another day, I don't play when it comes to threats. I don't play when it comes to my family and people I care about. I think that's ridiculous. I'm sorry to hear about your friend. So I don't play those kind of games. I take those things very seriously. I don't care how you feel about me personally, but to want to threaten somebody's life, some of you need mental health because there's no reason to get that involved in somebody else, especially somebody that you've never met. You guys do too much. I know people are going to say I'm hating on the content, but women of sobriety have to handle things differently. Our sobriety is a life or death situation. Yes. And I know we've had we do have to handle things differently. LaDawn has made sobriety commentary as well, like me. So she definitely understands the journey. And we do have to handle things differently. We have to, you're going to get a lot of criticism when you share journey and things like that, and that's okay. I do believe in recovering out loud, but we do have to handle things differently. But when you're recovery, though, you have an amazing sense of self-awareness. If you really embrace the recovery process, like, you're so aware. I don't need you guys, I don't need people beating me up all day. I know what I need to work on. That's the gift of sobriety. I find it a gift. That's crazy. We have people in the chat that can find him and make life difficult. Death threats is wrong. Death threats are wrong, you guys. I thought about, like I said, I thought about posting it just to kind of expose it, but I think when people go that far, they're too obsessed with your life and they like it. They watch you. Like, how do you watch people you don't like? Again, if I fall out with you, we'll never make up. Because I feel like this, if I'm so bad, why would you want to make up with me? Like, no. Not everybody is supposed to be with you for the long haul, your journey, and you get dropped. Oh, I believe in bearing arms. We stand our ground over here. I just like what I've seen you become, and I think people will. Oh, thank you, LaDawn. I appreciate that. Try to distract you. LaDawn, the biggest thing is she's not really sober and she's not doing the things that she says she's going to do. I can't worry about those kind of things. I am completely different than I was a few years ago. Completely different. And I'm grateful for that. I think life is full of experiences and learning experiences, and you're constantly growing and constantly evolving. And yeah, if you've made mistakes in your past, you did the best that you could at that moment with the amount of knowledge, the amount of self-awareness that you've had at that time. So a lot of people have a lot of regret and they have trouble moving on. But when you're in a different space and you've truly made amends, you've truly said, you know what, I'm going to walk a different way, then those experiences helped you get there. And yeah. So when you're in a different space, if you haven't grown, a lot of people do a lot of crappy things and they think that they're perfect and they become narcissists. But when you truly evolve, then it's easy to look back and say, I wish I would have done things differently, because you're in a different level of consciousness. I don't know if I'm making sense to you guys. So it's better to just live in a moment and to enjoy what's in your life today. That's why when people try to bring up my past or bring me back to the space, no, that's your space. You're there. I have to leave you there so I can get over here and grow. The past is gone. That's why I tell you guys, you can't do anything about the past, but you can do things about what's happening right now, today. Live in a moment in the future. Okay? Again, people want to throw your past in your face. I don't care what your journey is. I don't care. It could be anything. If you were overly chunky or whatever, they'll always remind you of that. They'll remind you of if you're alcoholic, whatever. Because they want to keep you in that space. That's how they see you, and they can't move on. So you have to just leave those people behind. That's why I don't make up with people that I've fallen out with. That's why. Some people, whatever. I move on to people that appreciate me now today. And yeah. And those friendships, look at my friend. Look at my friend. But LaDawn, you're right. I know you go through the same things because we have maybe not the same substances, but we have similar stories with, recovery and stuff like that. So you understand what I'm talking about. I'm going through recovery now. I've been through a lot. So growth journey I've been on is a challenge. It's a challenge. It's a challenge, Dr. Manhattan. But I see you. You're doing great. You're doing great. I got you. Fourth dimension. Oh, that's a different term I haven't heard. I might have to look that up. I haven't heard that one, LaDawn. I don't make up. Because number one, when a relationship is broken, it can't really be fixed. Right now, there's sometimes, I'm not going to say that if you haven't gone too far, let's say we just got into an argument. It's just words. I can overcome that. But if you've doxed my family, if you've caused me harm, I can't overcome that. I don't want to. I want to just part ways. And if you go as far as threatening my family, you go as far as any type of harm, then I'll never get over it. Because I want to. Why would I put myself? We made amends. We have. My word is my bond. Oh, LaDawn, we're good. We're good. I appreciate you. Now, LaDawn, I could see some people like in the beginning. Some of y'all were doubtful, like Amy's not really sober. She's not doing it. I think that's normal for anybody early in recovery. But I'm hoping that because I've been consistent and I've been, you know, you guys have been following me for a while, know, I appreciate you guys that are there now and that have watched the transformation. I appreciate it. I just think sobriety is a beautiful thing. I just do. I love second chances or third chances. I love anytime somebody takes something and change for the better. I watch you guys. I listen to these stories all day. And anytime somebody change their life for the better and they're in a better place, I'm gonna be happy for you guys. I'm happy for myself that I did it. And LaDawn and I are good. We've made amends, we've spoken, and we have talked. We're good. She's definitely not one that I'm talking about when I say that I haven't made up with people. But if you've doxed me or harmed my family, there's no amends that you can give me. That because when you hurt somebody like that, I think the best thing is for you to deal with it, part ways. Even if I forgive you, we'll never have that relationship again, and that just has to be okay. It just has to be okay. I love the LaDawn. Like she's you know, when I see her, number one, I see her avatar, it makes me laugh. She cracks me up with the avatar. Depends on her words and actions for me. I'm mainly self-motivated, but seeing you excel is a perfect complementary motivation. And I don't say these things to boast or brag or to say that I'm better, because I'm not better than anybody. I'm a work in progress. But I say it because I don't like to see people feel defeated. You guys keep me going with your encouraging words under my post when I share my milestones with you guys. You guys keep me going, and I'd like to encourage you guys back. I hope that you feel that from me when I'm responding to you guys under my messages. They're not automated responses. I'm personally responding to you guys because you do matter. You keep me going, and I appreciate you guys. And I just think my journey has been amazing because people said I couldn't do it. Y'all know they said I couldn't do it. I was faking it. And here I am today. And that just feels great. Anytime people tell you that you can't do something, I'm not going to lie, and you do it anyway, it feels good. That's why I don't let people's words get to me, because it feels good. That's one thing I can say that feels good. I didn't fall. I didn't fold. When everyone turned on me, I didn't fold. I stayed strong, and I finished school. I used that time when everybody stopped talking to me and said I was all these things, and they were spreading all those lies about me online. I used that time to finish school because I didn't have any distractions. It was just me. And here we are today. Here we are today. Outspoken, no, she was there. She was she was standing by my side though. I'm not gonna lie. There has to be a hard line when it comes to family. Never mess with one's family. That's it, damn it. If you've harmed my family, there is no. I've had people do things to me and try to hit my link. I left them backstage. Family's off limits. Some people, not you guys, do too much online. You call my family, you're cut off. They're not online. And these parasocial relationships, and people just take things too far for commentary, for clicking a view. But at the end of the day, where did it get them? Nowhere. You don't harm people's families. You don't harm people's families. So good night, Claude. My avatar. I've seen your commentary and it does fit. So are you going to keep beefing or leave these crazy ass people alone? I leave people alone. I say my piece and I move on. My issue, Claude and I aren't issues. You know, we have very heated commentary and that's really the basis of things. But no, LaDawn, I'm leaving people alone. Not going back into the beefing. If I didn't start watching you when you were all about recovery, personal life, oh, I appreciate that, Damage. That means a lot to me. my commentary started with me sharing my journey. So a lot of people, I can't remember when LaDawn came. LaDawn wasn't in my chat yet, but she's familiar with me. But outspoken docs, some people, that was my commentary when I was first getting sober. It was me counting the days. So I wanted it to be, I wanted to be able to document it. I didn't know I was going to get this far in the beginning. I kind of thought like it was just rough. There was a lot of ups and downs. I was worried, like, what if I didn't make it? I just wanted there to be a document. I wanted to document it just in case somebody watched it and they wanted to be inspired by it. And at least something behind. I didn't know I'd be here 4 years later. I didn't know that, but that's what I used to talk about. And we'll have open panels where people come up and chat with me. And then I changed it mostly because of the doxing and because it was really hard to do. And as I got healthier, I wanted to talk about things that mattered, that I've always cared about, which was politics. I wanted to finish my psychology degree, but I had to get healthy first. So those few videos, like from like 3 years ago, was me getting sober. If you go further back, past the 3 years, I was struggling with active addiction. But I believe in being healthy. I believe in taking care of yourself, taking care of your mind. So when you say that you can't tell today, that means a lot to me because it was a lot of work to get here. And I am proud of the work. I'm proud of my faith. Getting baptized all on camera. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. But I am very grateful. With that being said, that's why I take the time to respond to you guys. That's why I take the time to, I used to do a lot of verticals. Until my channel kept getting struck. But talking to you guys and kind of getting a feel for where you guys are coming from has helped me a lot. So everything happens for a reason, because I wouldn't be doing all these horizontals if that didn't happen. But I appreciate you guys. And I'm probably talking to you guys too much. I apologize for that. But I'd like you guys to know where I'm coming from. Barn Dog, hey member, how you did great. I relapsed after 5 years. That's tough. That's tough. Dealing with the wrong people. Yeah, but you're back on track, LaDawn, right? Are you doing good? That's really hard to do. When I had my relapse at 4 months, it was really difficult. I felt like I could never get those 4 months back. And you guys remember that? I don't know if Zero's still in my chat. You remember that when I did that at 4 months and people were sending me death messages saying I was playing with their sobriety, not really understanding the struggle that sometimes it just takes more than one time before you can really be strong enough. But the ideal is to have the relapses further and further apart. And I remember that at 4 months, I was so depressed. But I'm glad I didn't give up. And people were praying for me because now I'm here 4 years later and we're good. Aw. That's what matters. You remember it, LaDawn? Oh my God. That was not a good moment. It was not a good moment, you guys. Oh. Sam, I told you guys I'm very transparent. I remember I guess because when you're in addiction, I don't think you really know how bad you are until you quit. And when I had that relapse, it was so bad. I was trying to do a live stream and tell people, because I had 4 months sober, and I was trying to tell people like, hey, you know what? I had a fall, blah, blah, blah. I had to take some time off. But I ended up going through really bad withdrawals. I'll never forget it. I was like, either Halloween, it was like close to Halloween. So I was like in costume. I had lipstick like all over my face, thinking I looked good. But I was really sick. And I crashed and I had like the worst relapse ever. And I was sick for a long time where I couldn't get out of bed. But here we are today. Here we are. It's good. One day at a time. One day at a time. You remember that, Zero? Mm-hmm. That's why I have this big smile on my face today. There were so many people on MU. It was bad. There were so many people on MU. It's not the first. Like during those times, you guys, the cyber stalking, the bullying was so bad. People asking me for all kinds of things, and I was really in a bad space. I wasn't healthy. I didn't really understand a lot of things that's going on. I'm not saying I'm not responsible for my choices, but I believe if you can't help somebody, you leave them alone. You don't put them in a worse space. When you guys tell me in my emails, I'll never share those emails about your recovery, your struggles with addiction and stuff like that. I just help you. I help you. If I can't help you, I walk away, but I will never harm you intentionally, right? I won't. If you can't help somebody, leave them alone. Don't put them in a worse space. And the things I went to publicly online was just horrible. But you know what? When all that was happening, I just kept setting goals, you guys. I just kept setting goals when all those things were happening to me and all those lies were being told on me and people were calling my families, calling my kids. It was a lot. Especially when they thought I was still using and I was sober. It was just a lot. So when I say that politics is a breath of fresh air, it's a breath of fresh air. It just is. Yeah, people. Yeah, zero. Yep. I don't believe in kicking somebody when they're down. And you haven't. You haven't. I always had in you back. I tell you, yeah, Burndog is one. He had my back. So if you guys wonder why sometimes people come in a chat and we have like this relationship where I just let them kind of rock out. Like Daisha, like it's not a lot. Zero. Now don't get me wrong. If you came to me as I was giving my political commentary, you guys support me, right? I love that you met me in a healthier state. For those that stayed with me during that hard time as I was sharing, I appreciate it. I appreciate the ones that are still here. And for the ones that aren't, that tried to come back, but they were part of putting obstacles in my way, putting me down, calling my family, calling CPS on me, we will never, ever be good because you don't hurt people when they're in a bad space. You don't hurt people that's sick. You don't take advantage of people when they're sick. That's not me playing victim. That's just me having boundaries. And some people don't like my boundaries. But when you're in recovery or you don't understand addiction because you're not an addiction specialist, don't hurt that person. Because now that I'm healthy, see, people didn't think I was going to make it because I was that sick. I almost lost my life. I was sick. And now that I'm healthy, I look at people like you don't do that to people that's struggling. If you have a mental health disorder, I'm not about to, a lot of people do online. I mean debilitating though. I'm not going to hurt you. I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to trigger you. But you guys, there was a lot of people that were trying to harm me. So when I tell you that when I'm giving my political commentary that I'm strong, I'm not worried about the things that people say like that because I know who I am. I appreciate you, MU. You've built a great. I love this community, damage. I love it. And I guess when I'm sharing, some of you are probably saying, why am I sharing things so personal? I started out sharing this stuff with you guys. I actually wanted to do a stream once a week, but I wasn't sure how, maybe not once a week, maybe like every other week or something like that. Because sobriety is always going to be very important to me. Not just mine, but other people that are struggling to make it to the other side, that's struggling getting back into society, that don't know how to really navigate things because I had to throw myself back into society to be able to function, be able to start a business. I told you guys I have a barroom studio, right? I told you guys that, those kind of things. Well, I'm involved with barroom. I have a lot of things that I'm doing right now, but it's hard to get started. And sometimes people don't know where to start. I've bought a house before the addiction took over. Like I've done like all these things and I don't mind sharing with people because sometimes people feel stuck and they don't really know which way to go. I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you how I did it and the things that I've done and why I refuse to take a handout for any of my goals, right? Why? I could tell you. People who judge addiction have never gone through it, and they have no true understanding. Yeah. All right, you guys. So, see, people in the chat just know that they were there for the story. I was their context, and now that I've cut a lot of people off, they have a problem with it. That's why I don't go to people's chats in their streams, because I'm not trying to fight with people about my past or the things that I've been through, because you can't make up for it. But isn't God good? Doesn't he take the least amongst people? Because I already knew that I had a dream and a goal, and I was gonna I just told myself I had to get healthy. But once I got healthy, there was no stopping me. Right? Yeah, Zero, you didn't care. You didn't care. And Zero is special. I want to make sure I didn't miss any of your comments. Y'all have any questions for me? If you guys have any questions for me, I think the best thing that you can do for yourself when people turn their back on you and people put you in situations, they lie on you, they try to discredit you as you're going through things, discredit you. It's not just discrediting. It's with social media, being somebody's commentary every day, putting you down. I think the best thing you can do, I think success is the best thing that you can do for yourself. Overcome your situations. Thank you. I appreciate you. Overcome your situation. Good morning, Irving. And be your own cheerleader. Be your own. Oh, God, right? All right, you guys. Are we good? Are we still friends? He was here. He fell asleep. All right, you guys. MU, we got to schedule a live. You have to just let me know. Leave me it's the fastest way to reach me if you're not on my Instagram is to leave me a comment under my videos. Because if you don't go live regularly, I won't get the notification. You are right, and only you can change. Only you can change, you guys. I use all of that to just get myself together. The people that did all that stuff, listen, it's not even about them anymore. But they're in the same spot, doing the same thing. It's not really a happy life. They have to just keep doing the same things again and again. It's easy to go live and beef and talk about other people, but really, if you're not working on yourself, if you're not taking care of your body, doing things that you need to do, you're going to be stuck. But I kept growing. I just kept growing. I've been listening to your past vids and streams since I found your channel. So you're stronger than you know. Thank you. Look at my old videos. I left them up. Thank you. My mods are not sure, at least for Alliance, those who need help. Oh, LaDon, can you leave me a comment under one of my regular videos? How you doing, Aaron? So I can find you again. Leave me a comment under one of my videos. We're still friends. Thank you, Damage. All right, you guys. I'm gonna, every fall is a lesson you learn to get stronger and ascend beyond anything. Now, listen, that's true. Thank you so much. Would you be interested? Thank you so much for the super sticker in a debate panel. I DM'd you on IG. I will look for that. Actually, before I go, let me make sure. Because sometimes I have trouble finding you guys on Instagram. I don't see your DM. I don't see your DM. You're not. I don't think this is you. I think I accepted the wrong person. I'll see your DM. Sure. Leave me a comment under a video so I can connect with you. Yeah, I'm about to lay it down because I'm like getting delirious right now. I don't want to be like caught nodding out on camera, but I don't have any water. I said all of that to say, guys, that I am grateful and I put a lot into this community. I feel like a lot of you, we have very real experiences. We have heated debates. I ain't gonna lie. Don't jump on the panel if you're weak. Unless you're talking to me about sobriety, I handle you with kid gloves. Kid gloves. But if we're doing a political debate or something like that, it can get heated. But I appreciate you guys. I put a lot into this community, and you guys give me a lot back. You guys give me a lot back. 15 on there if you message me at the show. Okay. Okay, I will look for you. Sure. Just let me know when the debate is. Okay, you guys, I'm going to lay it down. I'll see you guys later. You just messaged me on Instagram. Okay, I will look for you, LaDawn. I appreciate you. I love you guys. We'll talk later today, okay? I might, it'll probably be late. Set your notifications or catch my replay. Thank you guys for letting me share. Thank you guys for hitting my link, those that did. And DPG Think, thank you for the super sticker, you guys. Thank y'all for being members. And those of you that have followed me, my journey, or if you just joined my community, I appreciate you guys, and we'll talk very soon. Bye-bye.